following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
Welcome back to Young Field in West Fargo as Jamestown post-14 Eagles have been one of the big stories of this tournament. The 7th seed has picked off 3-seeded West Fargo, 2-seeded Bismarck, and last night an 11-8 victory. Holding off a late rally by Fargo Post 2. They're in the driver's seat right now. As win or lose, they'll be in the championship tomorrow. If they win, they would get West Fargo, and the Patriots would have to knock them off twice to try and win a state title. If Mandan wins this matchup, 3 teams left, and it's Mandan and West Fargo. Jamestown slides to the 3 o'clock game on Saturday. But they're right now in the driver's seat as they look to try and keep this wonderful tournament run going. The Mandan Chiefs have had a nice run as well after a win over Dickinson as the 5 seed of the opening round. Lost 11-4 to Fargo Post 2 on Wednesday as Post 2 got 10 runs in the first 3 innings, but they came back strong yesterday as they eliminated the Bismarck Governors. Final score there was 12-4, 14 hits. Avery Bogner, 2 hits, 4 runs batted in, and Anthony Johnson also knocked in 4 as well. As Brad Anderson, Chris Hovden as well in this one. And, we're getting to the point here where, season's on the line here for Mandan. Jamestown in a situation, they've gone through really their top 3 pitchers. They'll go with Connor Hoyt today, but kind of in a situation, even if you lose, you're still sitting okay. You're in a situation where, we'll come down to a 1-game winner-take-all format. But, they're the home team in this one. Things are rolling, and we were just talking about beforehand. When a team gets momentum and they start playing good baseball and maybe players are just kind of playing above, playing and extending things to a different level here, it's fun to watch, and it's been a treat to watch this Jamestown team all week long.
Yeah, exactly, Brad. And I think this game is really going to be a pitcher's duel, as in who they have left to pitch.
That's the question. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Mandan kind of in that same boat as well, as they have gone deep into this matchup. Jordan Binder finished up yesterday as Connor Hoyt will get the call for Jamestown. There you see in the black jerseys today as they are being introduced along the third base line. Braden Bunnell will go for the Mandan Chiefs in this one, as looking back from Thursday, as they went with Avery Bogner. He was lifted after an inning and 2/3. Hudson Sheldon got it out, and then 4 innings from Stetson Coons. He gave up 7 hits and 3 earned runs back in their loss to Post 2 on Wednesday. So yeah, both these teams going deep into their pitching staffs. Jamestown does have Jackson Walters left. He is 2 short relief stints where he's picked up a pair of saves as he came in relief last night. Peyton Hochhalter, the final line doesn't look that good. He gave up 8 runs, 7 of them earned, but he recovered well after an early start in a 3-0 lead. Gave up 3 back in the second, but he had 1, 2, 3 innings in the third and fourth. Kind of settled things down in the middle innings. Got peppered for a couple of home runs, but all in all, a good outing as they've gotten outstanding pitching from Hochhalter, from Lunsman, and also from Jacoby Knoll to get them to this point. So,
and it's that comeback that's so important to be able to have.
Yep, no doubt about that. So the Chiefs and the post-14 Eagles out of Jamestown here. And again, Jamestown will play tomorrow, win or lose. Mandan needs a win to keep their season alive. As loser-out matchup from earlier, West Fargo staying alive as they eliminated Fargo post 2. Final there was 3-1. We'll take a break, come back. Starting lineups. First pitch in a moment.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Left-hander Connor Hoyt taking his warm-up tosses, his first appearance on the mound here in the state tournament. Mandan under head coach Jake Kincaid. They came in as the number 5 seed into the tournament, a mark of 7-11 in league play. Starting lineup will go like this. It'll be Avery Bogner leading things off for the Chiefs. He's at third base. Batting second and catching will be Isaac Huddle. Batting third will be the right fielder McCoy Keller. Batting fourth and pitching will be Braden Bunnell. Batting fifth, shortstop Lucas Burgum. Batting sixth will be the second baseman Hudson Sheldon. Batting seventh will be the center fielder Seth Aarons. Batting eighth, first baseman Preston McElvaney. Batting ninth will be the left fielder Anthony Johnson. We'll set the Jamestown defense as we go along as the first pitch, 458 and foul back for strike one. The previous game done in just under 90 minutes, so we had close to an hour and a half between games, so we're ahead of schedule for the most part. A game time temp for it, but it is just a perfect afternoon. 82 degrees, sunshine, and winds from the northeast at 10. And 2 strikes the count here now to Bogner. Bogner 2 for 4, 4 runs batted in, 3 runs scored yesterday. It's the Chiefs 4 in the second, 6 in the fifth. Broke it open against the Governors outside. And it is 1-2 the count. Hoyt on the mound. Max Frock behind the plate for Jamestown. Peyton Hochhalter's at third base. Jacoby Knoll at short. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Is hit high in the air to left. Preston Gall ranging back, waits, and a one-handed catch. And one gone here at the top of the first inning as Bogner retired, and that'll bring up Isaac Huddle. Huddle 2 for 5, an RBI yesterday. 14 hits for the Chiefs against the Bismarck Governors. Mandan, I believe, swept Jamestown during the year, called strike, and it is 0-1. We'll check. And actually, Jamestown beat them twice on June 21st. 2-1 and 4-3, a pair of one-run losses. It's a 1-1 count here to Huddle, left-handed batter. Lefty to lefty matchup. Outside 2-1. Mandan, the 5 seed, 7-11. And they got caught in that three-way tie with post 2 and also Jamestown at the tiebreaker, beating post 2. Swept them head to head. Outside 3-1. Jamestown kind of lost all the tiebreakers. That slid them down 2-7. Had to beat Minot in the play-in game just to get here. Strike 3-2. Let's see where Hoyt's trying to keep that ball basically from the middle of the plate on in. It's been a lot of times away and away some more on Huddle. Winds from the northeast today, and the delivery, ball 4. Going outside, walk to Huddle. Class A tournament. Castleton leading Bismarck Senators 8-0. Wahpeton and the Fargo Jets already winning there. As the batter will be McCoy Keller, right fielder, wearing number 11. As Keller, 2 for 4, run batted in yesterday against Bismarck.
Interesting note, every pitch so far has been out and away toward that same side.
They came inside, pounding the strike zone to the inside corner there to Keller. But yeah, especially with that at bat to Huddle with the left-handed batters, he was trying to keep it out of the middle of the plate. White throw to first and the runner back. The outfield alignment for Jamestown. Preston Gall in left.
I should specify going to the umpire's left.
Lunsman in center. Jackson Walters in right field. And the pitch. That missed low and away. Wind blowing in just a little bit. Flag kind of pointing in towards center and right center. 1-1. 335 down each line here at Young Field. 370 to straightaway center field. Here's the 1-1. High in the air. Out into shallow center field. Has it measured, makes the catch. First pitch swinging. Bunnell is retired. And 3 fly ball outs. Sandwiched around a walk in a scoreless first recorded by Hoyt. Get to the Jamestown batting order in just a moment. Half inning complete. Mandan nothing. The Eagles are coming to bat on Magnitude Sports after this.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh, yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Jamestown post 14 batting order goes like this. Leading off will be the center fielder, Mason Lunsman. Batting second will be the pitcher, Connor Hoyt. Batting third, the right fielder, Jackson Walters. Batting fourth will be the shortstop, Jacoby Knoll. Peyton Hochhalter bats fifth at third base. Batting sixth, first baseman Carson Orr. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Preston Gall. Batting eighth at second base is Gage Orr. And Max Franck, who's been a clutch hitter, he'll hit ninth and catch. Some of the numbers different. Jamestown going with the black jerseys, kind of that black t-shirt jersey look. So some of the numbers differ there as we set the defense for the Chiefs, as Braden Bunnell taking his warm-up tosses to catcher Isaac Huddle. Around the infield, Avery Bogner at third, Lucas Burgum at shortstop, Hudson Sheldon at second base, Preston McElvaney is at first, and in the outfield, Anthony Johnson in left, Seth Aarons is in center, and McCoy Keller in right field for the Mandan Chiefs. They go with the kind of the Oakland A's look, the green and gold. So Jamestown will lead things off with Mason Lunsman. Lunsman 1 for 5 last night. Jamestown 12 hits, but got production from the top 3 hitters, and Nold was hitless. He was one of the few. Striking nothing in 1 as Lunsman 1 for 5 and delivers. There's a ground ball through the hole, base hit, right field. So Lunsman a base hit. Really, other than the pitcher's duel with West Fargo the other night, a 2-1 game on Wednesday. They hit the ball well against Bismarck and barreled up a lot of balls last night. They had 12 hits. You'd think Nold got robbed of that wonderful catch by Leininger that was number 4 in the Sports Center top 10 list last night. Connor Hoyt, the batter. He swings. It's a ground ball to deep short. Sliding stop. One play to first. They don't get it. Infield hit. Not a bad play fielding by Pregame, and that was his only chance to get it out. So Connor Hoyt, 3 hits and a walk last night, has an infield hit here, and Jamestown 2 on and nobody out for Jackson Walters. Walters 1 for 3, a single and a sacrifice fly. He scored a run and knocked in another one last night for Jamestown. They look to attack early on Bunnell. Set by Bunnell on the pitch. It is over for a strike, nothing in 1.
Walter's somebody I have a feeling you might be seeing on the pitcher's mound either today or tomorrow.
Well, he's one available, and I would think maybe tomorrow with Jamestown. They've burned through their top 3 starters. And the delivery, that is hit to left, down for a base hit, as they will play station-to-station baseball. Throw comes all the way through to the catcher. Huddle is a base hit for Walters. 3 singles in all shapes and sizes, and here come the Eagles. 3 on, nobody out for Jacoby Nold.
Shortstop number 10, Jacoby Nold.
Nold 0 for 4 last night. Did reach on an error. He was robbed of a extra base hit on Leininger. Great diving catch. Made the highlight reels last night. Fargo post 2. Think about that. They got 3 in the first inning. Here's a base hit for Nold. First pitch swinging into right. Lunsman scores. Hoyt will hold up at third. And everybody moves up 90 feet. 1-0 Jamestown. Boy, if they attacked early here on the right-hander Bunnell. They're swinging early in counts. In fact, Hoyt was first pitch swinging. So was Nold right there. Here's Peyton Hochhalter. Single, double, triple last night. 3 runs batted in. The base is full here in the delivery. There's a little tapper foul and strike 1. So let's look at this. About maybe 7 or 8 pitches in. That's probably about it. You've all been in the strike zone. Everything's been right around the plate here by Bunnell, but maybe too much of the play. And the delivery. Got it in his hands that time. Good location, and Hochhalter fouls it to the netting and 2 strikes. Coverage brought to you by the Network Center. Our strikeouts and home runs presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Scoreboard brought to you by Essentia Health. In the air, right center field, deep enough to get a run in. Aaron's over and makes the catch for the out. The lead 2 runners will tag. Throw gets knocked down by Pregame, and he'll slide to pick it up as it looked like it hit off his leg and over to the right side of the infield. As Hoyt scores, Walters to third. Sacrifice fly for Hochhalter. Gives Jamestown a 2-0 lead. Pregame knocked that ball down, and it might have hit off his, looked like his leg or his knee as it caromed the other side of second base. So runners in the corners, 1 out. Carson Orr, wearing number 55 today. And the delivery is a strike, 0-1. Orr, 1 for 4, an RBI single in the first last night. I think Jamestown did exceptionally well, was 2 out hitting and 2 out offense. Over half their runs came with 2 outs last night. Go to first and the runner back, so 2 in early for Jamestown. And they have been aggressive at the plate, which has really kind of been the norm for them for a good chunk of this tournament. Outfield straight away, a little bit deeper in center with Aaron. Snap throw back to first, a short hop pick there by McElvaney. And the count even at 1 now to Carson Orr. And the pitch outside, and it is 2-1 the count. Looks like 12 pitches here unofficially for Bunnell. So play Bogner in at third, double played up the middle, and the pitch. But inside fastball there. Bunnell has gone primarily fastball so far in the opening inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the wind not nearly as big a factor as it was last night. And the delivery. Flip foul off to the right and out of play. West Fargo. Patriots stayed alive. 3-1 over Fargo Post at 2. A heck of a pitching duel there. The Patriots 2 runs on squeeze bunts late in the game. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase and extend the zone. Changing speeds there, and Orr is down on strikes. 2 away for the Eagles here in the first for Preston Gall.
Shout out to our good friend Jim, who is once again joining us, just like every other match.
Denver, North Carolina.
Yep.
Gall had a double last night. All in all, 1 for 4. With a run batted in. Runners in the corners, 2 down, and the delivery. Trying to do a little damage control at this point is Bunnell, and striking 0-1. So 2 games tomorrow. One for sure, potentially 2. We know there'll be a game at noon, potentially a 3 o'clock game if needed. 0-1. Flip foul out of play by Gall and 2 strikes. And if Jamestown wins, it's Jamestown and West Fargo at noon, with the Patriots needing to beat them twice. If Mandan wins, then Mandan and West Fargo at noon, but Jamestown would play at 3 o'clock. In the dirt, that one hops away. It'll go to the screen. Runner will try to score. Walters is in. It's 3-0, and Knoll takes second. On a 2-strike delivery, too, and that one skipping away from Huddle, and 2-out run. Boy, especially on 2 strikes, that's what makes it more frustrating for the Chiefs. 3-0 now. Also now Knoll at second in scoring position, with Gall still alive here at a ball and 2 strikes. And the delivery. Good pitch. Strike inside corner. Got him looking. Pair of strikeouts to end the inning, but Jamestown put up 3 in the first for the 2nd straight game. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 stranded. And the Chiefs stay hot. It is 3-0 at the end of an inning of play over Mandan here at the State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament in West Fargo. More after this from Magnitude Sports.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Speed delivery, strike 1 to Lucas Pregame. Pregame, Hudson Sheldon, Seth Aarons, 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Mandan as Waite comes back and a pop-up here out of play. And it is 2 strikes, the count. Class A final, Castleton an 8-2 win over the Bismarck Senators, so the East is 3 for 3 out in the Class A state tournament in Watford City. That tournament starting today will not end until next Tuesday. 0-2. That's hit to left and hit well. That's got a chance deep towards the corner, and it is a fair ball. One bouncing up and over the short fence. And a ground rule double for Lucas Pregame. So Pregame, the ground rule double. He went 1 for 4 yesterday against Bismarck, and a leadoff double here.
We've had a lot of close ones today.
For the Braves, yes. That one was pulled down the line.
Hudson Sheldon.
Here's the youngster Hudson Sheldon. He's just 14 years of age. He's the youngest player on the Mandan roster, maybe the youngest one of the tournament. Second baseman went 1 for 5 yesterday. And the delivery. And a strike outside corner, 0-1. I see a lot of guys 17, 18, maybe if they're eligible 19, but I don't see many at the 14, 15 year range playing in this class at this level. The 0-1. Sheldon, a high drive to deep right. That's hit well. Walters back chasing, and that ball is a home run. Just cleared the short wall in right center, and the youngster Sheldon a 2-run shot. The Chiefs are back in it. It's 3-2.
Very well placed.
Boy, that was drilled. That was a fastball center cut, and he was able to get his arms extended and drive that ball. So Sheldon, a 2-run homer and one swing, and the Chiefs are back in it. 3-2 game as Seth Aarons makes a strike, 0-1. Out the youngster Sheldon, and that one kind of more towards right center, so I'll be looking at probably 340 to 350 out at that point. That one just cleared the wall. 1-1 the count here to Aarons. 2 for 3, a pair of runs scored yesterday against Bismarck in the dirt. And now 2-1 the count. But we've seen this Mandan team can hit. 2-1. Chopped left side. Knoll the play. Sets. Fires a strike to first. Boy, he's got a good arm and gets the out there. Got Aarons by a step. And one down here in the second for McElvaney.
First baseman, number 17, Preston McElvaney.
McElvaney did not play yesterday. Regan Schlosser is in the lineup, 0 for 2. Anthony Johnson is on deck. 4 RBIs from the 9-hole. 0-1 to McElvaney. So the seeds you have left with now the 3 teams remaining. West Fargo at 3. Jamestown 7, Mandan 5. Here is the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So 2 strikes the count. Correction, 0-2 now to McElvaney. Did get clarification. We're wondering as far as like total pitches in the tournament. It's not, let's say like it is for the high school tournament. Off-speed delivery went a little bit softer that time, and McElvaney down on strikes. 2 down for Anthony Johnson.
Number 14, Anthony Johnson.
Mandan's played over 40 total games this year. Johnson, a big day yesterday, comes in hitting just under 300. Johnson 2 for 3, 4 runs batted in, ball 1 here. There is no, as far as total pitches, it depends on how many you throw, how many days of rest. That rule, let's say if you're under 30 pitches, you can come back and pitch the next day, and you can go up the chart and so forth. But there isn't a total pitch limit per se in the state tournament. 1-1. Now, in the state high school tournament in North Dakota, for example, 3-day tournament, 120 is your day limit, 135 for the tournament. Of course, you do have to follow the pitch count rules. So many days of rest, depending on so many pitches. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 the count. So we've seen that. We saw it a couple times yesterday where pitchers were pulled in the middle of a batter because they reached a certain pitch limit. We saw West Fargo do that a couple of times yesterday, and that was why. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Anthony Johnson. Waits back at an off-speed pitch. A drive into the gap over in left center, and a nice running ground. Lunsman gets to it, takes a base hit away from Johnson as he really did a nice job waiting back on an off-speed pitch. Mandan 2 back on the home run from Sheldon. It's 3-2 Jamestown after an inning and a half. We'll be right back.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Essentia Health scoreboard 3-2 in favor of Jamestown as we head to the last of the second. Our coverage brought to you by Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, by Buffalo Wild Wings, by the Knickerbocker in Hickson, by Fargo Post 400 Baseball, and by Sweet Shots in Fargo. We're talking about Sheldon, the 2-run homer at 14. Of course, Post 400's got a good one, and Colby Hansen, he's just 14 as well. He's got a bright future for the Stars going forward. Swing and a miss. Gage Orr. Max Frock, Mason Lunsman to face Bunnell. 19 pitches in the first as Hoyt 31 through 2. And the 0-1 outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gage Orr. Last night 0 for 2, a sacrifice and a walk. The 1-1. Outside 2-1 the count. Class B tournaments going on at Garrison and Candu and Langdon. We're in the winner's bracket game. The winner into the championship tomorrow. Mayport 1 to stay alive. 2-1. And the Dirt 3-1 the count. Jamestown ambushed Bunnell with 4 straight hits to start things in the first and a sacrifice fly. And all 3 runs in the last of the first. Striking a full count, 3-2. Mandan lost to Jamestown twice in the regular season, both by 1 run. Tapper to third in between hop and booted at third by Bachner, and Orr will reach. Just a slight little moment of a little indecisive there. Is, do I take that? Do I charge it? Try to get a hop. Do I play an in-between hop? And it ate him up. Even on the turf, it ate him up. Max Frock, the batter. Frock, 2 more hits, 2 more runs batted in last night. 2 for 4 for the game. Then after he got the winning hit the night previous against West Fargo. Outside, snap throw back to first. A short hop pick, unable to get to it cleanly, was McElvaney. And it's a ball 1 count to Frock. What Jamestown did so well last night was add on. They scored in 5 of the 7 innings of batting against Post 2 and never let Post 2 grab the lead. Bunt is on. Good one up the first base line. Bunnell will have to make the play, and the underhanded flip is good for the out. Frock moves him over, pitcher to first in the sacrifice. And Orr's in scoring position with 1 out. Back to the top of the order in Lunsman.
Center fielder number 5, Mason Lunsman.
Base hit to right and scored. It was part of 4 straight singles. Get things rolling for Jamestown. Last night, we mentioned they had 12 hits. They had a lot of balls hard. Or not too many bloops and bleeders in the bunch. Bunnell, 26 pitches, but 20 strikes. He's been around the plate at times, maybe a little too much of the plate. Sat in the delivery. Sliced foul out of play, and 2 strikes the count. We mentioned it earlier. If you approach, if you know the guy's going to be around the plate, and they did that early in counts. They ambushed him. They just attacked right away. The 0-2 up high. That's where the pitcher and catcher kind of maybe make adjustments accordingly. Maybe not go first pitch fastball, kind of pitch backwards a little bit. It is 1-2 in the delivery in the dirt. Smothered nicely. Nicely done by Huddle. Keep that ball in front of him. 2-2.
Catcher, a very underrated position. One mistake by the catcher can lead to runs.
You take for granted the plays they make, and sometimes the ones that stand out are the ones they don't, but the ones they make can't go unnoticed. Roller to the right side. Sheldon fields cleanly. Runner on to third as the out recorded at first for out number 2. So it gets Gage Orr to third with 2 down for Hoyt. He singled
number 15, Connor Hoyt,
and scored in the first. So Hoyt 4 hits in his last 5 at bats here in this state tournament. Production up and down the lineup last night from Jamestown 2 against Post 2. A little pardon me swing. Chopper to the right side. Getting there is Sheldon on to first and got him to end the inning. An excuse me swing there, and Jamestown strands a runner at third. No runs, no hits. A Mandan error and 1 stranded. Through 2, it's 3-2 Jamestown. The state Class A AA Legion tournament here in Youngfield. Back with more in a moment.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
To the third, top of the order here for Mandan. As Bogner will lead things off, the lefty Hoyt delivers a fastball, first pitch fastball, and fouled away for strike 1. Bogner flied to left in his first at bat. 3-2 Jamestown on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Coverage brought to you by Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, Runnings, Bone and Joint Center, Dickinson, Bismarck, Williston, and 11 other locations in North Dakota, and by Touchmark, Bismarck and Fargo. The 1-1 missed away, 2 balls and 1 strike the count. As far as pitchers for tomorrow, I would think Walters would be probably up towards the top of the list. Pitches high, 3-1 here, and they're going to try and take Hoyt to the limit here as he now stands 35 pitches. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. Tag for the 2-run homer from Sheldon. He has 1 strikeout. He has also issued a walk. 23 strikes, 13 balls at 36 pitches. That one low and inside. Leadoff walk to Bogner. Leadoff man on for the Chiefs in the third for Isaac Huddle.
catcher number 10, Isaac Huddle.
And the loss to Post 2, we'll look back at some of those numbers from the other night. Here's a ground ball to second. They'll tag the runner for 1 on to first. There's a double play. Orr took care of Bogner and on to first. Gage to Carson Orr in the 4-3 double play. And 1 swing and 2 outs. 2 down.
McCoy Keller.
Base is cleared now. McCoy Keller flying to center in his first at bat of the pitch. And no speed delivery with some movement to it. And strike 1. Keller 1 for 3 Wednesday against post 2, and in his hands again, and the appeal down to first, no swing. He was able to hold up, and it's 1-1. Coverage also is presented to you by Sean Carlson, mortgage lender with Town and Country Credit Union. My Sweet Shots, stop at 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Strike makes it 1-2. Now you're seeing Hoyt. The right-handed batter's really trying to get in the hands, trying to pound that strike zone. Works from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Went back in and missed low. 2-2. And the delivery. Got him. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout. Fans Keller faces the minimum 3 thanks in part to a double play. And through 2.5, Jamestown holds the lead. 3-2. We'll be back with more in a moment.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
With Chris Houghton, I'm Brad Anderson. Bottom of the third, 3-2 Jamestown with the advantage. 43 is the pitch count now for Hoyt, is at 12 in the third with a double play to help him out. Bunnell's at 32 pitches, 13 in the second, 24 strikes, so strike ratio of 75%. Walters yanks one foul for strike one. Walters singled, scored in the first after one hit and a run batted in and a sacrifice fly to knock in his lone run of the game. He'll play deep and straight away and left out there with Johnson. And they hit it to left and deep. Johnson back, got turned around, can't get it. One bounce and it stays in play. Off the top of the left field wall, Walters to second, and a leadoff double. Johnson got turned around, turned to one shoulder, back to the other, and couldn't get it. I think it hit right off the top. There's the orange top of the fence there. And I think it hit that and stayed in play. It's a double either way, and Jacoby Nold had the last of 4 straight singles back in the first that played it a run. Strike here, nothing in one the count. So 5 hits now off of Bunnell. Checking the runner at second of the pitch. In the dirt. Nice job there. Huddle had to come out of the catcher's crouch, and that's why you got all that protection. You put it to use. Let it do its job. 1-1 the count. He'll play deep, in particular in left and center on Jacoby Nold. Little tapper out between the plate and the mound as Bunnell comes off the mound and throws him out. That one had some topspin to it as he came off the mound and getting Jacoby Nold. It moves Walters to third, one away for Hochhalter. But a sacrifice fly in his first at bat. Let's see how Mandan plays this here. Still only the third. And they will play back up the middle. Now they're starting to come in. Not quite halfway up the middle. In the dirt, Huddle with another nice stop. And ball one. Play about even with the bag at the corners. So halfway on turf, if a ball's hit sharply, you still have a chance if the contact play is on. Ball inside, and it's 2-0. Still early here in the third. Mandan feeling you got some swings left. The 2-0. Ball 3 gets away. Runner will dash for the plate, and Walters is in. It's 4-2 Jamestown. See how they score that. It's sound. If you go by sound, it looked like Huddle got a piece of that ball, so it may be a pass ball. The Chiefs surrender the run. Eagles now a 4-2 lead on 3-0. It's in the dirt, ball 4, and Hochhalter is on with a walk. They'll score that as a pass ball to get Walters in.
First baseman number 55, Carson Orr.
Carson Orr, the batter, a strikeout in his first at bat. So on the Essentia Health scoreboard, Jamestown adds a run. Now a 4-2 advantage. In the dirt, ball 1. Orr struck out his first at bat, 1 for 4, run batted in last night. Low and away, 2-0 the count. Mandan, during the regular season, the run differential in their league games, 18 league games, just about even. Strike of the knees, 2-1. Scored 83 runs, gave up 85. Had a lot of tight losses. They were one of only 2 teams to beat Post 2 in the regular season, as Fargo was the other. They beat him at Jack Williams, too. In on his hands and a foul. It sounded like it hit the knob of the bat. They had a lot of 2 one-run losses to Jamestown in the regular season. Lost to Williston twice, 9-7 and 8-6. A 1-run loss to West Fargo late in the year. Back last week at Young Field, runner goes, pitch off the mask of Huddle, and it will be a stolen base for Hochhalter. He went in with a head-first dive, I think not knowing that ball had gotten past Huddle, but he stays up. Well, at least maybe had an idea to at least take a look at third. He gets the second stolen base, now a full count to Carson Orr. 3-2. Tap foul, will try it again. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming. 3 balls and 2 strikes, but they had a number of 1-run losses. 1 to Bismarck. 2 to Jamestown. 1 to Grand Forks late in the year. Lost 10-9 at Grand Forks. So 7-11. They were much better than their record would lead you to believe. Or the strikeout ball is dropped. Huddle will have to throw to first and throws it wide. And it got back to get the out. Throw pulled McElvaney off the bag, but able to get back in time ahead of a lunging Carson Orr. So they get the strikeout and, more importantly, the out. As staying at second, Hochhalter for Preston Gall. And a trip to the mound coming here, but look at that. That's 4 one-run losses, and again, you split a couple of those. Record, it probably wouldn't have said it got you as maybe as high as 500. But the other thing as well, they had that first round matchup with Dickinson, where during the high school season, Dickinson had the upper hand on Mandan. Mandan beat him twice in games that count towards the standings, 11-0 and 6-5. They beat him twice in non-counters, and of course beat him at state and has owned them. It's just weird how that sometimes in those matchups, like 2 teams that are probably fairly evenly matched, and just one just gets the upper hand for whatever reason.
It's that momentum we were talking about. It starts and it doesn't stop.
Swing and a miss. Michael on strike 1. He was struck out in his first at bat, so Jamestown won, and we'll see if they can come through with more 2-out magic here in the last of the third. Game at the 42-minute mark. As we play here in the bottom of the third inning. Gall pulls one, rolls one down to first. Played by McElvaney, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Side retired here in the bottom of the third. Jamestown gets a run on a hit and strands one. They lead 4-2 after 3. More baseball coming up from the Class AA State Legion Tournament after this.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Braden Bunnell takes low for ball one. We head to the top of the fourth. There you see the totals and the Essentia Health scoreboard popped up here. Might be playable or gives it a peek. So does catcher Frock, and how to play 1-1. Bunnell fly to center in his first at bat. Mandan's offense, leadoff double from Pregame, and Hudson Sheldon, a 2-run homer, a first homer of the day. Second and final game of the day here in this one, and the delivery. Strike 1-2. West Fargo eliminating post 2, 3-1. So West Fargo, Mandan, and Jamestown remaining. Mandan needs a win to get to 2 tomorrow. Outside 2-2. We're talking between games. Of course, the winner of this tournament heads on to the regional in Rapid City next week. Jammed with a pop-up, and that will go out of play. And that tournament starts Wednesday, so let's say you have a pitcher go Saturday. They wouldn't have enough days of rest to be used that first day of the tournament. It would be till what, day 2 on that Thursday at the earliest. Got him off speed delivery, strike 3. All right, pulled the string there, and Bunnell is caught window shopping. Third strikeout.
Next up, number 9, Lucas Pregame.
As Lucas Pregame doubled to left in his first at bat. And Hoyt, strike here, and really other than the 2 batters, he is retired now. Looking back at it, 6 of the last 7. The double play mixed in there as well. It's now 1-1 to Pregame. Give up a walk to Huddle, no damage done there. The 1-1 pitch. Pulled to left. Pregame has another hit. That one down for a hit. Gall cuts it off at the line. And a 1-out single. That'll bring up Hudson Sheldon. 2-run homer to right center in his first at bat.
Number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
So Sheldon digs in. Lefty to lefty matchup. Mandan can throw a lot of lefties in that lineup, especially towards the bottom of the order. Good take by the youngster Sheldon in ball 1. And the delivery. Strike ball getting away just up the line a few feet for Frock, and I do call that a ball. So 2-0. All right, correction. It is a strike. 1-1. I thought he saw the home plate umpire signal that. So 1-1 on the strike. Modest lead at first for Pregame. Low and away. 2-1. White throw to first and the runner back. Kind of to go back to the point we were bringing up earlier, the run differential in league games, so 18 games. Mandan scored 83, so a little over 4.5 a game, gave up 85. And I talked about the number of close games they had. They didn't have, and I really win and losses. Runner goes, hit and run on. Sheldon pops it up. Falk will give it a peek, but it hit right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. But in league play, there were too many lopsided games. An 11-0 win over Dickinson of the regular season. Games with Post 2. Well, they beat Post 400 twice, 4-2 and 4-1. Games with Post 2. 4-2. They lost 10-2 in the nightcap. They had a doubleheader. They really had a busy stretch and a lot of road games late in the year. They went Post 400 on the 17th on a Sunday. Had trips to Grand Forks and here to West Fargo last week of the regular season. Base hit for Sheldon to right field. Let's watch Pregame at second. He will check in there. So Sheldon 2 hits. Here come the Chiefs again. The 2 that led to the 2 runs in the second. Trying to start it up here. So the tying runs on for Seth Aarons.
Center fielder, number 3, Seth Aarons.
0 for 2, a walk and a run scored Wednesday against Post 2. Grounded to short in his first at bat. First pitch to him, a fastball misses away, and ball 1. Hoyt 58 pitches, 22 strikes so far. Set on the delivery. In the dirt, Falk smothered that ball. 2-0 the count. Both the middle infielders with Nold and Gage Orr keeping an eye on that lead base runner, Pregame. Check of the runner at second. Another glance back. And low and in. 3-0 with McElvaney on deck. Jamestown, as they did last night, as they have for a good chunk of the tournament, striking early. 3 in the first, and on a run in the third. Mandan's 2 on Sheldon's homer in the second. Strike taking all the way. 3-1. Even though down the count, he's still determined to really pound the ball inside on the right-handed batters for the Chiefs. (3-1) missed inside. They're loaded with 1 out.
And everything just gets more interesting.
Yeah, well, and trip to the mound coming here is McElvaney will hit here now for Mandan, but it'll be just a one-on-one conversation here with Hoyt. As really haven't seen Mandan. They got the 2 runs, but they came double and home run. Other than that, they really haven't had a ton of base runners on. And so Hoyt will deal here with aide batter McElvaney. Infield into the corners, double play depth with Nold and Orr up the middle, full line, and it hit him. Tried to go soft inside and just glanced by the pitch. It forces a run in. Pregame scores now 4-3 Jamestown, and everybody else up a base. Anthony Johnson fly to center.
Anthony Johnson.
Another lefty. The defensive alignment will stay the same here for Jamestown. We will have it's like a runner at first for the Chiefs.
That last play is just showing how every pitch is so vitally important.
Number 4,
Stetson Kuntz will run at first. He will be a pinch runner for McElvaney. Probably see McElvaney come back in on defense in the next half inning. Johnson, a strike, 0-1. 4 runs batted in yesterday for Johnson, and he's got an RBI chance here as a base hit could give Mandan their first lead of the evening. 1-1. Right now, early evening shadows, just some around the home plate area, most behind the plate, most of that in-foul territory. A strike in the outside corner. And with the lefties, where the righties, he's trying to pound the inside corner. It's and the other way around here with Hoyt. Trying to work primarily away. 1-2. In the dirt, Frank and I stop. Count now 2-2.
I don't know about you, Brad, but I prefer when they work away, going for the batter to reach for the ball.
Yeah, you're just trying to avoid the meat portion of the bat. You say that they're going to maybe take the ball the other way. You're just not going to get solid contact. 2-2. Johnson on his last at bat, and he did a good job there. Weighted back. He kept his weight back. And you can tell he wanted to dive in on that one, but able to stay back and foul it away and live to see another pitch. Count continues at 2-2. Full wind. And a drive to right. Hit well and deep. Walters back. Makes the catch on the run. Sheldon to tag. He will score. And this game is tied at 4. So Johnson a run batted in on the sacrifice fly. The Chiefs have tied it. They also get Aarons to third. And Kuntz still at first. Top of the order now in Bogner. Has flied to left and walked. And the delivery inside. Nearly hit him, ball 1. Straight away and overall medium deep in the outfield for Bogner. Hoyt deals. Strike inside corner. Evens it up at 1 apiece. Hoyt now just over 70 pitches, 71 unofficially right now. Through 3 2/3. Inside, missed again. 2-1 the count. He keeps that pace up. Probably could get him through 5, maybe into the 6th. 105 the limit for the game. The 2-1 pitch, pulled foul, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. So Mandan fell behind early. They'll try and chase the score early, and they've come back and even things up. And you get to a game like this where both teams had to go deep into their staffs. 2-2, chopped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, especially with Jamestown. Really their top 3 guys, Lunsman, Nold, and Hochhalter, just 3 solid pitchers. And then after that, they used them all up, so there wasn't a ton of guys left. But not surprised to see a game like this at this point in the tournament. That is hit to left, hit very well, but they allowed foul, and count rides along. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The other thing they're doing, they're working Hoyt's pitch count up now. Up towards the mid-70s. And not out of the 5th yet. Or out of the 4th, excuse me. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Low and away, 3-2. Traveling time now for Stetson Kuntz at first. Let's see if Orr holds him on or if he'll vacate the bag. Now he will stay in, hold the runner at first. Runner from first goes. Ground ball just foul wide of third. A lengthy at bat here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Been a good battle with Bogner and left-hander Connor Hoyt. I think Jamestown's done a pretty good job of going back to the even their play-in win over Mandan. Pitchers have thrown strikes. 3-2 on the pitch. Runner goes. That's hit to left center into the alley and a base hit. Extra bases past Gall. It scores one. It might score a second. Kuntz rounding third. He is in, and the Chiefs have the lead. 6-4 Mandan. It's a 2-run double for Bogner and wins that at bat. A lengthy battle and wins it against Hoyt. And 4 in the fourth here for Mandan has given them the lead.
Catcher number 10, Isaac Huddle.
Isaac Huddle now the 8th batter of the inning for the Mandan Chiefs. He has walked and hit into a 4-3 double play. 1 away, ball 1. Huddle, a career 380 hitter with the Mandan Chiefs. And the delivery is a strike outside corner, 1-1. Really, this has been the only inning where Hoyt's really had to labor. Even the 2 he gave up in the second, he recovered from that quickly. Tight in the third and helped out by a double play. Good pitch, good location there. Away from the hitter, inside corner. Another strike, 1-2. This 4th inning is really, he's had to work. In the dirt, Frank keeps that one in front of him. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Huddle. He homered against Post 2 Wednesday night. He and Bogner had the extra base hits. Huddle homered, Bogner had a double. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High in the air, left center field. Hit well, but playable. Lunsman, long ways to range of that ball, but hauls it in fairly deep left center field. Mandan bats 8, scores 4 here in the fourth, and takes the lead. Chiefs 6-4 lead after 3.5, trying to stay alive here in this Class AA state tournament. More from West Fargo after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
New pitcher in there now for Mandan. Hudson Sheldon on to pitch. Stetson Kuntz will stay in the game. He is now at second base. He came in as a pinch runner. So he came in to run for McElvaney, and Bunnell moves to first. Ball 1 to Gage Orr. Gage Orr, Max Frank And Mason Lunsman for Jamestown, down for the first time in a while. They did not trail against West Fargo, nor against post 2, or to right, and down for a hit. In front of Keller, and Gage Orr is off the second time, reached on an error in the second. Leadoff hit is hit number 6 for Jamestown. Bunnell goes 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, should all be earned, 3 strikeouts, and it's like 1 walk while he is in there, or he was in there. Frank sacrificed, was out pitcher to first, not charged with a time at bat in his first at bat, so Chiefs are down for the first time in a while. Sheldon deals, it is a strike, 0-1. 51 pitches for Bunnell, but boy, the pitch count really jumped for Hoyt. I had that as a 40-pitch 4th inning. 83 is his number through 4. Thought maybe you could get him into the 6th. Perhaps if you try to look at that 105 limit, he's going to need a quick inning to make that happen, if that's the case. Jamestown looking to respond here in their half of the 4th. Ball high, 1-1. On the Essentia Health scoreboard, Chiefs now a 6-4 advantage. Half inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center, Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. Coverage also brought to you by the Network Center, by West Fargo Baseball, and by the Knickerbocker and Hickson. Runner goes, pitches up and in, throw to second, bounces into center field as he was trying to take off for third was Gage Orr. So it's a stolen base. He tried to get up and go to third. Shortstop was in his way, and I think he inadvertently gave him a little two-handed shove. He was ready to maybe think about advancing to third, and shortstop was in his way. I don't think he was trying to he shoved him out of the way. I don't think it was intentional, but he ends up staying put at second. 2-1 the count. It looked worse than it actually was. And the delivery got jammed, an inside out swing, and rolls one foul. 2-2 now to Frank. He's been as good in clutch situations as anybody in this postseason run here for Jamestown. Set by Sheldon, 2-2. There's a base hit to right field for Frank. Let's watch Orr at third. They will hold him up. Throw back into Bunnell, and Frank does it again. Single to right. And first and third, nobody out. Back to the top of the order, and Lunsman. Lunsman 1 for 2. Jamestown started the game, greeted Bunnell with 4 straight singles. And then he did settle down a little. Left a runner at third with 2 out in the second. Ball high, 1-0. Jamestown got 1, a leadoff double from Walters. So the tying runs on. Jamestown trying to respond, down 2 here in the last of the 4th. In the dirt, runner will break for second. They fake the throw there, and Frank will get there in a pitch in the dirt. 2-0 the count. Let's see how this adjusts the Mandan defense here at 2-0. And the pitch, fouled away, good cut. Able to fight that one off. 2-1 the count. Against post 2 on Wednesday, Mandan, Sheldon went a third of an inning through just 7 pitches, 5 strikes. 2-1, tap foul. Look like a overhand breaking pitch, and at the top half of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. You really shade Lunsman as you take a look in center. Aarons is several steps into right center and medium deep. Fastball away, 3-2 now. Meantime, Johnson in left. Going to position himself kind of straight away and left. Same goes for McCoy Keller in right field. He's not quite as deep out there on Lunsman. Payoff is flipped foul. Long run. Johnson will have a play on it. Makes the catch. Runner will tag, and lead base runner Orr scores to make it 6-5. So foul ball grab. Lunsman with an RBI in the sacrifice fly. So 6-5 game here with one away. They keep Frock at second. And that'll bring up Connor Hoyt. 1 for 2, singled, scored back in the first. Grounded to second in the second. Sheldon sets and deals. It is high, ball one. He will keep the same outfield alignment, maybe not as pronounced, but still in center. Playing to right center as Hoyt hits one into left center for a base hit. Frank will score. Hoyt will make a big turn and he'll stop at first base, but he ties the game up with an RBI single, and Jamestown evens it up. It's 6 apiece. As much as Ayers was playing into right center, he and Johnson able to get to that ball, but at first,
right fielder number 24, Jackson.
Hoyt might take a shot at trying to stretch that into a double, but no need. Frank scores. Jamestown answers back. Tie game. Try and keep the line moving with Walters. Was singled and doubled, a pair of runs scored. It's low and away, and ball one the count. Hoyt a modest lead over there at first base. It's the set of the pitch. It is a strike, 1-1. He'll play deep throughout the outfield, in particular left and center. Throw to first and the runner back. Well, for Jamestown, hits have come in bunches. They had 4 straight to start things in the bottom of the first. Now, here in this inning, single, sack fly. Another base hit from Hoyt. Throw to first and the runner back. Some of those shadows starting to creep a little bit more. Not quite to the pitcher's mound yet. It's kind of this time of day in this environment. Walters loops one to right center. That's down for a hit. Let's watch Hoyt. He will hold up at second. He gets back to the bag as Walters able to fight that one off at a base hit. So Walters 3 for 3 to lead the offensive attack for Jamestown. And here's Jacoby Nold. Trip to the mound coming here as they have peppered Mason Sheldon with 4 hits. Have the Eagles here in the last of the 4th inning. And that one wasn't, like I said, it wasn't off the meat portion of the bat. He was able just to fight that one off and drop that one into shallow right center for a base hit. But again, a good piece of hitting, and we've seen that. There haven't been many at-bats in this tournament where Jamestown has gotten themselves out. They were aggressive early on Bunnell, first time through the batting order, and because quite frankly, he was around the plate. His control was good. Now with Sheldon, they've been maybe a little more patient, worked some counts a little bit more. But their approach has been very good for a good portion of this tournament. So 1 for 2 for Jacoby Nold. Was out pitcher to first in his last at-bat. He tries to keep the line moving. Gonna duck out of the way of that one. Ball one the count. High set from Sheldon, and the delivery. Strike inside corner, and it's 1-1. Mandan batted 8 in their half of the 4th. Noel, the 6th batter of the inning here for Jamestown, and Sheldon not out of the deep, murky waters yet. Still just one out. Swing and a miss. Good location there, down and in. And Nold couldn't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jamestown has out hit I call them the Braves, but that's high school, the Chiefs. 9-5. Here's the 1-2. Got him. Strike 3 looking, and Nold knew it. So Hudson, his first strikeout. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. 4th for Mandan pitching. And here's Hochhalter.
Peyton Hochhalter.
Hochhalter. Sacrifice fly and a walk, so not an official time at bat so far today. Ooh. Was the tower there. Up toward his chinny chin chin, and ball 1 the count. Mandan, kind of looking at their schedule, they split their first 6 games of the year. They were 3-5 at one point. Overall, this is their overall record. 2-0 the count. And then they won 4 in a row. Started with a doubleheader sweep. They swept Post 400 on June 16th and then swept Dickinson the next day. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1. Here to Hochhalter. That started a stretch where they won 8 of. Look back at it. They won. And they followed that up after losing 2 to Jamestown June 21st, then went on a long winning streak. 2-1. Hammered out to short. Flipped to second for 1, and that's the final out of the inning. Pregame goes to Kuntz. A force out. Walters at second. Jamestown ties it, getting a pair of runs here in the 4th. 3 of it up, 6 apiece after 4. State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament from West Fargo. More coming up on Magnitude Sports after you hear this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Pitching change now for Jamestown. Carson Orr is on as Hoyt ended up, I believe, 24 pitches, by the way, for Sheldon. And this is just he's just 14. He's played some with the A's, which is the Class A team, and also here with the Chiefs. This was just his third appearance with the Chiefs. And one came in a short stint against Post 2 the other night, but was able to get a couple of big outs and keep it tied as 83 pitches for Hoyt. We'll get the defensive changes as well here as Orr on to pitch for Jamestown. Carson Orr as Preston Gall is in right field now. Nold goes to first. That should move Hochhalter to short, I believe, so that would make more sense. As first base to pitcher, Walters is now at third base. So Walters to third, Nold to first, and Hochhalter to short. Where did Hoyt stay? Or did Hoyt land in all this as well defensively? We'll get that to you as well. Swing and a miss and strike 1 here to leadoff batter McCoy Keller. And the pitch. It is low, 1-1. I think Hoyt might have went to left. Yep, he's in left field. So Gall goes to right. So they had wholesale changes there for Jamestown. Or deals. It is a strike. And it's 1-1. Keller is flied to center and struck out. So there's all kinds of changes. So pitcher to left, left to right. third to short. First to pitcher. Drive to center. Lunsman coming on off the plate on a hop. It's a base hit. First hit for Keller. And the Chiefs start the inning with a leadoff single. Batter is Bunnell.
First baseman number 7, Braden Bunnell.
Only guys that stayed in their same spots were Orr at second, Lunsman in center. And that's it. And Frock behind the plate. Set for more, slide step, and delivers a strike, 0-1. So 0 for 2 for Bunnell. Base hit is now, should be 6 for Mandan after that leadoff single. Double played up the middle with Orr and Hochhalter. There's a strike. And 0-2. So the final numbers here in a moment on Hoyt. The delivery is low and away. 4 innings for Hoyt, 5 hits, 6 runs. Should all be earned. As he recorded 3 strikeouts. The delivery off the end of the bat, fly ball to center. It did carry out fairly well, but Lunsman has it measured, makes the catch. Bunnell retired for the first out here in the 5th. A 6-6 tie, and again, here's the situation. Jamestown knows they're playing tomorrow. A win here would eliminate Mandan. The final numbers here for Hoyt. 4 innings, 6 hits, or 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And the pitch. There's a strike. And Lucas Pregame has had a double and a single. Pair of runs scored. He and Sheldon have really kind of started things up both times here for Mandan. They scored 2 in the second as Pregame had a double. Sheldon followed with a homer, and then they helped jumpstart that 4-run rally last inning. We're even at 6 here in the 5th. Pulled to left, was out in front of that one, and that one is foul. One of the fans over there was, I don't know if she was trying to get to that ball or if she was trying to get out of the way of that ball. But she was able to get there and avoid, well, not getting hit by it anyway. All right, good pitch. A little movement on that one and just missed outside. 2-2. You could see Lunsman out in center field put his hands up and said, wow, what was wrong with that? It didn't miss by much if it missed. 2-2. But Lunsman's reaction out there was priceless. Runner got a good jump. Hammered foul. Will try it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Keller got a great jump on Orr that time, and we'll have to jog back to first. It's 2-2 now. Outfield straight away for the most part. And Orr deals. Chop foul again. So credit Mandan. They really did. Probably the best example was the at-bat from Bogner. He worked the count deep, worked into a full count, about an 8 or 9 pitch at-bat before he eventually doubled. A 2-run double. Runner goes again and pulled foul again. We're starting to see that same type of at-bat coming here with Pregame as it remains 2-2. And the pitch. That one gets away from Frock. Will come right back to him, but wild pitch will advance Keller to second base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now you're starting to see those shadows creeping in. The pitcher's in the sun, but the batter in the shade. I always kind of wonder if it's tough to pick up the ball in that type of situation. 3-2 in the delivery. Got it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Orr records a strikeout. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. First for Orr, 4th for Jamestown pitching, and it will be up to Hudson Sheldon.
Now batting the pitcher, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
So they will Shift the outfield a little bit. So you see Hoyt kind of go a few steps more into left center. Sheldon a swing and a miss. He has looked, said he got 2 really good swings. He looked confident up there, and it's 0-1. 2-run homer to right center in the second, and a single through the hole on the right side. Base hit to right back in the fourth. So runner at second. 1 strike the count. Or deals. Going to back him off in an inside delivery. It's a ball and a strike. 6-6 here in the top of the 5th inning. Mandan wins. They stay alive and will play West Fargo, an elimination game at noon tomorrow. Jamestown wins. They remain unbeaten in the tournament. The Patriots would have to beat them twice for a state title. Dribbled foul, and it is 1-2. We were talking about that last night afterwards. If you're Jamestown, you know you're playing tomorrow. Do you want to say, you know, we're win or lose, we know we're playing. Are we okay? Do we want to wait tomorrow? Do we say, you know what, we're on a roll here. Let's play the first one and see if we can finish the deal. 1-2. Sheldon swings and a pop-up as Holkalter makes the call and the catch. Back of short to retire Sheldon, and that'll end the inning. Mandan a leadoff single. They strand him in scoring position. No runs and a hit. No errors and 1 stranded. We're through 5.5, or 4.5, correction on that, for the last of the 5th. We remain even at 6.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Six apiece as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. West Fargo stayed alive earlier, eliminating post 2, 3-1. As we head to the last of the 5th, Carson Orr, 2 strikeouts so far, nothing of 2. Will face Sheldon for the first time. Bennell started with the first 3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Sheldon deals and drops a strike of the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Gall and Gage Orr will follow. 9 hits for Jamestown. They've really, most of them have come in kind of in bunches. 4 singles to start the game of the first, and 4 hits in the fourth. Came with a 5-batter span. Ground ball out to short. Pregame boots it. Second error charge to Mandan, and Orr is on. The leadoff error. He booted it and then tried to pick it up and then mishandled it a second time. So leadoff batter on as Preston Gall, the batter.
Right fielder number 59, Preston Gall.
As Gall 0 for 2, grounded to first in his last at bat. As Mandan anticipating there might be a bunt. Bogner comes in at third. And the bunt was on. Pitch up with the zone, ball 1. One and 0. See if the bunt is on again. One and hard and foul. It's 1-1, but kind of going back to the point where I said you got the shadows creeping in from that tree line that's off to the west in Elmwood Park area here at Young Field in West Fargo. But you're kind of in that point of the evening now into early evening where pitcher's still in the sun, but that home plate area primarily in the shade. That's got to try and tough and pick up the ball. Even the spin, if pitcher's going to try and throw a curve or a slider. 2-1. See if the bunt's still on here. Excuse me. Gage Orr is on deck. And the pitch. Low and in, 3-1 the count. So the bunt may not matter at this point, as the home plate umpire is going to get confirmation. Do they say the pitch hit him? Apparently it did. Yep, they say they must have got him in the foot, I'm guessing. So a hit batsman just clipped Gall, so 2 on, nobody out.
Number 1, Gage Orr.
Gage Orr will hit. I would think the bunt would probably be in order at this point. Gage Orr has reached center air and singled, so he is 1 for 2. Chiefs are anticipating the bunt would be in order. And it is. Popped up and foul for strike 1. Here in the last of the 5th. At the bottom of the order up, even though Frank, who's on deck, has been so good in these type of situations. So if Orr can move him over, you've got Frank, who's had a terrific tournament, especially in runners on base and the quote-unquote clutch hitting situations. 0-1. There's a bunt. Good one on the right side, and Sheldon will tag the runner by for the out. As Orr to third, Gall to second. Gage Orr did his job. Pitcher unassisted for the out, and here comes Max Frank one more time with a chance to be a hitting hero. Single to right in his last at bat. He is 1 for 1, sacrificed in the second. Infield in now for Mandan. This late in the game, you got to play it, even though it's the 5th, you almost have to play it like it's the 7th. In the hands of Frank, ball 1. Sheldon gave up 2, but he got a huge strikeout of Knoll, and then got Holkalter to ground out to end the threat. And a similar situation he has to try and wiggle out of here in the 5th. The 1-0. Strike. Just above the knees and 1-1. See the outfield alignment. They'll play medium deep, in particular the corner outfielders. Frank, good swing on one. Elevated one. Did Sheldon, and a foul makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Talked earlier, Sheldon, most of his pitching has been playing some with the Mandan A's at the Class A level. A's did not make the state tournament in the West region. Otherwise, he probably would have been playing out in Watford City this weekend. They were 4th with 3 teams to qualify, plus the host team. Frank fouls it away. Watford City hosting, so they were penciled in as the 4, so it became 3 teams out of the West, and the A's were the number 1 team out of the West region, were eliminated that final day. It is 1-2 in the delivery. In the dirt, knocked down nicely. Well done by catcher Huddle. And it's 2-2 to Frank. Huntsman is on deck. Back and forth game in this one. Jamestown struck early, 3 in the first. Mandan came back, took a 6-4 lead in their half of the 4th, and dead even now in the 5th. Got him, swing and a miss. Fastball and a strikeout. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout is number 2 for Hudson Sheldon, and 2 away for Lunsman.
Center fielder number 5, Mason Lunsman.
Lunsman a sacrifice fly in his last plate appearance, so 1 for 2. Home plate umpire needs some extra baseballs, as Huddle and Sheldon will talk things over, and it will be a trip to the mound here right now. And so 2 on, 2 out. You have Lunsman here, as you wonder if don't know if the idea of maybe walking him with 2 out might be a possibility. That's certainly something to think about. You say, well, challenge Hoyt instead of Lunsman, or if that conversation is even brought up at this point. NDHSAA scoreboard tied at 6. Our other sponsors bringing you our coverage, and a big thank you to those folks. Buffalo Wild Wings, Essentia Health, Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations, by the Network Center, by West Fargo Baseball, and by Fargo Post 400 Baseball. So Lunsman has had to step in here with 2nd and 3rd and 2 out. Sheldon is at 41 pitches. He had 24 in the 4th. 41 pitches, 24 strikes. There's a base hit for Lunsman to center. It'll score a pair. As Orr and Gall will then get a chance at the plate, and he's just in ahead of the tag. Strong throw from the center fielder, and Gall just in out of the tag. 2-run single. First pitch swinging, Lunsman gives Jamestown the lead at 8-6.
Just what the doctor ordered for Jamestown.
Boy, and first pitch swinging too, and initially I thought they're going to get 2 out automatically, but that throw from center from Aaron's a pretty good throw in, and he got in just ahead of the tag. So Lunsman, 3 runs batted in for the day, throw to first and the runner back. So he jumped on the first pitch as Orr and Gall score, and 2-out hitting's been a theme for Jamestown. It comes back again here in the 5th. They retake the lead. Hoyt, shallow center. Long run, Aarons. That ball's going to fall for a hit. Throw to third and gets away. Oh, it hit the third base coach. Otherwise, that might have got away or maybe gone to the dugout. Taking second of the throw back in was Hoyt, so it's a single second on the throw. As the throw had hit the third base coach. Otherwise, that ball might have got away. As running on contact all the way was Lunsman. As the throw from Aarons on target was not held at third, so single, second of the throw. Jamestown not done yet. Here's Walters. And the pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. Walters has had a day. A single, a double, and a single. 3 hits, 2 runs scored. And the delivery, half swing, did he go? He appealed down to first. No, he checked. Holds up 2-0. So 11 more hits for Jamestown. Another double-digit hitting effort. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1. So really the exception of the West Fargo game, which was a old-fashioned pitcher's duel. They have put up offense. And the delivery. Walters to right center and down for a hit. This will score 2. Lunsman in. Hoyt hot on his tail, and he scores another 2-out hit. This one courtesy of Walters on his 4th hit of the day, and it's 10-6 Jamestown. They have been just so clutch the entire tournament.
First baseman number 10, Jacoby Knoll.
And when you're going well, hits like that fall through. He didn't hit all of it. He got enough of it. Inside to Knoll, and it's 1-0. He says when you're hot, it just, everything, bloops and bleeders find their way down for hits. In the dirt, 2-0. Knoll, 1 for 3, singled back in the first.
Brad, before the game, I was almost going to tell you I expect another low-scoring game, but I'm glad I held my tongue.
I just thought the situation is in this at this point of the tournament with pitching staffs for both these teams. And we were not going to see 3-1 in 90 minutes. We were going to see something like this, and that has certainly come to fruition. Jamestown 14 hits against Bismarck the other night in their opening round win. Good pitch there by Sheldon, and that clips the inside corner. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last night, double-digit hits, 12 against post 2, and they're now at a dozen right now with potentially one, maybe two more swings. Runners on the move, ground ball to second, one play to first, and it is low. That one gets away as Kuntz's throw gets away from the first baseman, Bunnell, and everybody's safe. Walters ends up at third. Nold reaches, it'll be an error. They put the runner in motion. So Kuntz's throw low. And it is the second, make it the third error.
Number 3, Peyton Hochhalter.
Charge to Mandan. Error 4. Runners on the corners, or error 3, excuse me. And the pitch in on his hands. Ball 1 to Hochhalter. So Jamestown, 9th batter to hit here in the last of the 5th. And the delivery. Fly ball to right center field. That one carrying into the gap. Keller over and makes the catch to retire the side. But Jamestown scores 4 in the inning. 2-run hits from Lunsman and from Walters. And the Eagles have the lead, 10-6. After 5, we're back with more on Magnitude Sports after this.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though.
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Line score in the last of the 5th, 4 runs, 3 hits. There were a pair of errors by the Chiefs in the inning. And they strand 2, does Jamestown, but the Chiefs trail now 10-6. Jamestown Eagles with the lead. Seth Aarons will lead things off. Bottom third of the order for Mandan. Aarons 0 for 1 with a walk. Strike from Orr, and it's 0-1. Orr was at 21 pitches in that 5th inning. Throwing strikes. 16 pitches, or 16 strikes out of his first 22 delivered. That one up and in 1-1. McElvaney, check that, it'll be Kuntz and Johnson to follow. All inside, nearly hit him as it's now 2-1. So right now, Orr the pitcher of record for Jamestown. So it'll be a no decision for the left-hander Connor Hoyt. Inside now, 3 balls and a strike. Hoyt had 3 walks while he was in there and 4 innings pitched. Chopped foul, 3-2 now the count. Jamestown would just, I'm sure, like to just ride Orr out to the finish line here. Now up 4, 6 more outs to get. Line drive, that's into left, base hit. Leadoff single for Aarons. Here come the Chiefs here in the 6th. Stetson Kuntz will have his first at bat.
Second baseman, number 4, Stetson Kuntz.
Came in as a pinch runner for McElvaney, and then when Mandan switched pitchers and brought in Sheldon, Kuntz stayed in the game. That's a balk has been called on Orr. So no pitch.
No pitch, balk on the play.
A balk has been called. He apparently did not come to a clean and discernible stop. So no pitch. Runner to second, advancing on the balk. And the delivery. Kuntz fouls it away. And one strike. This is game 13 of the tournament, with one, maybe two tomorrow. Will be one for sure at noon, with West Fargo to play either Mandan or Jamestown. Basically, whoever wins this game has the Patriots at noon. And the 0-1. Strike. Outside corner and 0-2. Jamestown, if they win, West Fargo, and West Fargo would have to beat them twice to claim a state championship. West Fargo kind of went the same road last year. They didn't have the situation last year where Pulse 400 was in this game, lost to Bismarck, if I remember right. And then West Fargo beat Bismarck and then beat Pulse 400. And two teams went to state out of North Dakota last year. Now, this year's different. It's only one. And we'll make the trek to Rapid City next week. It's 1-2 the count. 10-6 Jamestown, top of the sixth inning. Checking the runner at second. And the delivery, got it. Pulled the string, swing and a miss, and it's a strikeout. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Number 2 for Orrs. Kuntz retired, one away for Anthony Johnson.
Left fielder number 14, Anthony Johnson.
Class B tournament, Lemoore still alive as they win 2 games today. They beat Mayport 10-0, so 3 teams standing are Langdon, Candu, and and Lemoore. Swing and a miss by Johnson in strike 1. Johnson's fly to center, sacrifice fly to right. And that 4-run fourth inning. Mandan held the lead briefly, 6-4 after 3.5. Jamestown has responded with 6 unanswered runs. 10-6 advantage here with right now 5 outs to keep their run going. Johnson pulls one to the right side, fielded cleanly. As Orr on to first, or out number 2. To third goes Ahrens, and top of the order now with Bogner to hit.
Third baseman number 8, Avery Bogner.
He doubled in 2 after battling with Hoyt with a long at bat, and rewarded with a 2-run double to left center. And the pitch. Worked the outside corner and missed, low and away for ball 1. Coverage brought to you by the Network Center. By Touchmark, Bismarck and Fargo, and by the Knickerbocker, just south of Fargo in Hickson, just off of Highway 81. If you're heading down to the Knicker, though, there is a bunch of road construction down that direction. But just FYI on that, 2-0 the count. You can still get there, 2-0. As Bogner 1 for 3 today. And here's the pitch. Ground ball. Deep short. Hochhalter gets there. Got to hurry. Throw on to first. And Nold unable to pick it. Ball goes to the sidewall. A run is in. Now 10-7. Let's see how they score that. That was a tough play. Got in the hole, and Hochhalter's throw had to be perfect. Nold tried the pick and unable to get there. They'll score it as a hit. Single run batted in, so Bogner with 3 runs batted in.
Catcher number 10, Isaac Huddle.
Aaron scores. Isaac Huddle, 0 for 2 of the walk. Will hit with 2A. And just outside for ball 1. So Orr nicked for a run here as he's gone an inning in 2/3 in relief of Hoyt. And that's down and in. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the delivery. That is pulled foul. Back to Mandan. They're back in their schedule. They really kind of hit their stride late June. They were at a tournament in Minot where they really late June, from the 24th, 25th, 26th. They beat Brainerd, Billings, Montana, Glendive, the Minot Vistas. Beat the Vistas a couple of different times in that stretch. In a stretch where they won 7 in a row and 9 of 11 outside. It's now 3-1. Keller, who is right now the tying run, waits on deck. They had that busy road stretch. They played 5 road games in the span of about 4 days outside a walk to Huddle. Granted, one of them was crosstown at Bismarck, but they had road trips that final week to Grand Forks and here to Young Field against the Patriots and lost 3 of those 4 games, and a trip to the mound coming. So Bogner to second. McCoy Keller represents the tying run here in a 10-7 game, and trip to the mound coming. The pitch count right now for Carson Orr unofficially sits at 41, 25 strikes. I think a situation to just kind of get everybody back in order here. I realize that, yeah, we have the lead, but we're not out of the woods yet. Conference of the mound coming to a close as Keller singled in his last at bat. He is 1 for 3 today as the hits for Mandan.
McCoy Keller.
One of the 8 hits. Wagner 2, Pregame 2, Sheldon with 2. One long one could tie this one. And the delivery. Hit to left, down the line towards the corner. Hoyt chasing, and it's one bounce, a fair ball, and stays in play. 1 run is in. A second run will try to score, and will. Bogner and Huddle are in. Keller has a 2-run double, and we have a 1-run game. It's 10-9 Jamestown. He did miss a 3-run homer by much. It short hopped and stayed in play. Had that hopped over the fence and been a ground rule double, they would have had just 1. They would have had to send Huddle back to third, but it stayed in play, and with 2 out, everybody moving on contact, Huddle scored all the way from first. So Bogner and Huddle in on Keller's double. That pitch inside and got Bunnell.
Looked like it got him right on the hand.
It appears to be no worse for wear, but he went up and in, and Bunnell hit by the pitch. So all of a sudden, the go-ahead runs at first, and now you're to Lucas Pregame, who is 2 for 3. And all this has come with 2 out. Infield hit from Bogner to deep short, and the walk to Huddle, and then Keller's double. And again, much like Jamestown has been in this run, we're going to have a pitching change. Second trip to the mound coming, so that's going to be it for Orr, as he's unable to get the final out here in the 6th inning. So an inning and 2/3, and we will get a pitching change. 4 hits allowed by Carson Orr, and we'll have a pitching change, which will lead to wholesale changes here. We'll see if it's wholesale changes or not for Jamestown, but it looks like new pitcher coming in. It's going to be Thomas Newman, I believe. Yep, number 11, Thomas Newman will make his first pitching appearance here for Jamestown. So an inning and a third for Orr. 4 hits so far, 3 runs. He did hit a batter. He just hit Bunnell. And looks like just 1 bases on balls. The walk to Huddle, and also a pair of strikeouts. So Newman comes in a prickly situation. 2 on, 2 out, 3 in. 3 2-out runs for Mandan. The Jamestown lead is 10-9. We'll take a break. Be back with more on Magnitude Sports after this break.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
So Newman trying to get the final out of the sixth and keep the tying and go-ahead runs off the board. Pregame, the delivery is outside ball one. So Orr, right now the pitcher of record, he could win it and could lose it because these base runners he is on the hook for right now. 1 ball to pitch. Strike, 1-1. So Pregame 2 hits and 3 trips. So 2 hits each for Bogner, Keller, Pregame, and Hudson Sheldon. That's credit to the Chiefs. Battled back again. Now a 10-9 Jamestown lead. Around the plate and missed it. 2-1. 8th batter of the inning here for the Chiefs. Thomas Newman, another youngster, youngest player in this Jamestown squad, just 15. 5'11", 150-pound right-hander. And the 2-1. Ground ball out to short. Hochhalter gets there, flip to second, and just in time to end the inning. So the youngster Newman, with some help from Hochhalter, gets the 3rd out, but not before Mandan gets 3 back. It's a shootout here at Young Field in West Fargo. Jamestown 10, Mandan 9 after 5.5 here from the state Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. More after this.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Thomas Newman will lead things off. He'll, with him coming in to replace Orr on the mound, he will hit for the first time. Ooh, and he get hit by the first pitch he sees. So Newman plunked by the pitch, and he'll head to first. So hit batsman to start things last of the 6th inning, and Jamestown a 10-9 lead, and I'd sure like to add a couple more if they can, because the way this has gone, no lead has been safe. Gall hit by a pitch, scored in the 5th. They'll work on Newman at first, throw to first and the runner back. Gall is struck out, grounded to first, and hit by a pitch, and scored in the 5th inning. And the delivery, but is on down the first base line, and foul picked up by Bonnell, and is 1 strike. Jamestown scoring in 5 of their 7 innings last night against Post 2, and they have scored in 4 of the 5 innings of batting so far. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth. 10-9 here on the MSHSL scoreboard. Off-speed delivery high, snap throw back to first, and lunging back goes Newman. It's 1-1.
I'd like to point out that there's a pitcher warming up in the Mandan bullpen right now.
All right. If we can kind of check in, just kind of just get partial view from our location. Ball 2-1, but there is, as Chris mentioned, activity down in the bullpen for the Chiefs. Sheldon right now, 57 pitches, make it 58, 33 strikes. Gall bunts up the first base line. Sheldon played a first in time, and Gall moves him over. Sacrifice, pitcher to first. And he gets Newman to second for Gage Orr. Orr is 1 for 2, singled, sacrificed, and reached out an air, and this might be the end of the line here as Sheldon's at 59, and 60 is kind of the magic number at this point, and we'll see if this
and
will.
it is.
This will lead to a change.
Jogging on.
Yep. So a new pitcher coming in here for the Mandan Chiefs. So Sheldon comes in 2 1/3 innings and surrenders 7 hits. And so far, 5 runs. He is responsible for the runner at second. It's like Jordan Binder is going to pitch. He finished up yesterday against Bismarck, and Binder will become the 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Mandan Chiefs. So Binder on, pitching change, break in the action. Runner at second, 1 out in the last of the 6th. Jamestown nursing a 10-9 lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
So Binder comes on to pitch. Sheldon goes 2 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs so far, 5 earned. Didn't walk a batter, 2 strikeouts. He is responsible for Newman at second. So Gage Orr to hit. Orr single in 2 trips. Sacrifice was not charged the time at bat in his last appearance. So the delivery, Gage Orr fouls it away and strike 1. Binder yesterday through 15 pitches. Finished up in the 12-4 Mandan win. Set and the pitch. Sheldon is back at second. So that should get Kuntz out of the game, and that'll be the case. So Binder will hit in the 8th spot in the order, which was, to begin the game, was McElvaney. So Sheldon back at second. It's a 1-1 count. Off-speed delivery, good pitch. Strike, and it's 1-2 to Gage Orr. Max Franck on deck. It's been back and forth and no shortage of offense in this one. Check of the runner at second. Binder deals. Kind of a chase. Could take there by Orr. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Our coverage brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center, along with the Network Center, and by Essentia Health. They've lit up that Essentia Health scoreboard. Off the end of the bat to right and down for a base hit. Rounding third, they'll wave Newman home. They may have a play. Throw to the plate, the slide and the tag, and Newman around the tag attempt of Huddle and scores. It's 11-9. Gage Orr the hit and a run batted in. Not a bad throw from right from Keller, but Newman to the backside of the plate and able to avoid the tag.
Catcher number 32.
Work around the tag of Huddle and what could be an insurance run for Jamestown. They add 1. It's 11-9. And Max Franck, 1 for 2, single and a sacrifice so far today. Struck out his last appearance. That was against Sheldon in the 5th. There's a strike. And 0-1. Jamestown completing their 4th turn through the batting order as they hit here in the last of the 6th inning. So that run charged to Sheldon. 7 runs, 6 earned, and 2 1/3. It's 1-1 now to Franck. Runner goes, pitches inside. The throw there, the tag, and just in. Head first dive, and a stolen base for Gage Orr. Huddle's throw, not a bad throw. It was on line, just a whisker late. 2-1 to Franck. So, I'm sure Jamestown staying aggressive, knowing 1's nice, 2 or 3 would be better. Against this Mandan offense, you can never have too many in the runs department. That's hit to center. Charging in is Ahrens, makes the catch for the out. And that's the second out. 2-away, top of the order in Lunsman, who gave Jamestown the lead back on a 2-run, 2-out single. 2 out in the 5th.
Mason Lunsman.
They go back to that 5th inning. 4 straight batters reached with 2 out. Lunsman's 2-out single. Walters 2 batters later had a 2-run single of his own, part of a 4-hit day for Jackson Walters. They've needed all the runs. 10-9 fastball strike inside corner. Lunsman has 3 runs batted in today. 1 on a sacrifice fly to left in the 4th, and 2-out, 2-run single an inning later. Binders 0-1 into left center. Trouble. We'll see a dive, and it gets past the left fielder Johnson and into deep left center. Run is home as to second, holding up there Lunsman. A double, his 4th run batted in. It's 12-9 Jamestown.
That insurance that you were just talking about.
You can never have too much. So 4 runs batted in for Lunsman.
Number 15,
And Connor Hoyt. Another 3-hit day for him. 3 hits yesterday, 3 more today. How about the top of the order for Jamestown? That one bounces away. Huddle can't find it. It's up the third base line. And a good break by Lunsman gets him to third. Ball 1 to Connor Hoyt. How about the top 3 hitters in the Jamestown order? Lunsman, Hoyt, and Walters are a combined 10 of 12 with 7 runs batted in and 6 runs scored. 1-0. Fly ball left field. Johnson can find it. He'll catch it, and he does. It's straight into the sun, and Hoyt the catch. And Jamestown adds a pair here in the 6th. They get 2 runs in the inning. Do so on 2 hits and strand 1. 3-run lead for the Eagles. 3 outs to try and get. 12-9. Jamestown over Mandan will continue from Young Field in West Fargo after this.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh, yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Here you see the totals after 6. The Essentia Health scoreboard 12-9 in favor of Jamestown.
Number 5, Hudson.
So Hudson Sheldon will lead things off. Last wraps here for Mandan. Sheldon, Ahrens, and should be Binder hitting third here in the inning. Newman deals. Strike one. He came in a safe situation, and the extra trying to finish it up. Sheldon 2 for 3. 2-run homer back in the second. Singleton scored in the fourth. And the delivery. And jump the rope on that one to get out of the way. 1-1 the count. And the delivery outside. Newman, the third pitcher of the game for post 14. White started, went 4, 5 hits, 6 runs. And Orr is the pitcher of record, and is a save situation for Newman. Flipped foul, still 2-2 to Sheldon. How about Jamestown? Mentioned 10 hits from the top 3 guys in the order. Gage Orr 2 hits. A big RBI single in the last half inning. Sheldon an inside out swing, a drive to left. Hoyt on, he might have lost it in the sun, and it gets by him. All the way to the wall. Let's see how far Sheldon gets. He's at second, and he'll stop there. Leadoff double. A line drive sinking fast, and I think Hoyt might have lost that one to the sun. The way he reacted on that ball, I think that was the case.
Judging by how bright it is, I almost lost him in the sun, so I wouldn't be surprised.
That's the bad sun field, because it's you're staring right to the west when you are more so in left field. That's the worst of the outfield spots at this time of night. So Sheldon a double, ball 1 to Seth Ahrens. So the third hit for Hudson Sheldon. Seth Ahrens has singled and walked, officially 1 for 2 this evening. So we are north of the 2-hour mark. Right now, 2 hours, 11 minutes. It is 1-1. 12-9 Jamestown. Jamestown knows they're playing tomorrow. Mandan needs to rally to extend their season one more day. Outside, it is 2-1. Again, Jamestown wins. Mandan's eliminated. And Jamestown and West Fargo will play at noon the championship game tomorrow. Mandan rallies. 3 teams still stand on the final day of the tournament. Foul back. A Mandan win would mean Mandan and West Fargo play at noon, with the winner to face Jamestown at 3 tomorrow. Jamestown's playing tomorrow. So is West Fargo, and Mandan, it's up in the air at this point. As the Patriots stayed alive earlier, a 3-1 win over Fargo. Post 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the delivery. Got him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout for Newman. The Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. 6 now for Jamestown pitching. 1 away for the pitch hitter. Looks like should be Johnson to be lifted here, or excuse me, would be Binder.
Number 19, Owen Gress.
So Owen Gress will hit in the spot. Was Binder's spot, was McElvaney, then Kuntz, and it was where Binder was at. So Gress will hit. And the delivery. Good rip on that one. Foul back. And 1 strike. Anthony Johnson on deck. You need 1 more base runner to get the top of the order a chance here. Down 3, 12-9. Post 14 from Jamestown, trying to keep this outstanding tournament run will keep it rolling anyway. They know they'll play tomorrow, but really put themselves more comfortably in the driver's seat. Now only 2-strike count. Shadows creeping a little deeper into the infield, as you can see. Oh, hit him at the top of the helmet on a 2-strike pitch. Wow. Grass hit by the pitch. It's the tying run to the plate for Anthony Johnson. Well, nothing has come easy for either team.
Never does.
No, when you get to this point, it shouldn't be. They're going to have a runner at first as
pinch runner at first base for Mandan, number 15, Reagan.
Yep, Reagan Schlosser will run at first for Grass. So Schlosser in at first. Johnson, a sacrifice fly in the fourth, 0 for 2 officially for the game.
Now batting left fielder, number
at that
14,
9 spot in the order, Johnson's got some pop. 4 runs batted in yesterday against the Bismarck Governors. And the delivery outside, ball 1. See the outfield. Hoyt trying to put that glove up over his face. Again, he's getting got his throwing hand to try and shield it from the sun or try and get a better look. Again, he's staring out to the west, so he's getting 2 eyes full of sunshine. 2-0 the count.
Gets a nice tan out there.
I think he's more concerned, like, if they hit this, am I going to be able to find it? Strike 2-1. Every time Jamestown's tried to run away and hide, the Chiefs have been able to find them and stay within reach. Tying run to the plate now. 2 outs left. 12-9. Eagles the lead. The delivery. Late cut and a miss. 2-2. Again, that's where those shadows come in. I don't know if he picked up that fastball right away. That swing was tardy. Lunsman straight away, medium deep in center field. Ground ball left side. Holkalter gets there and cannot make a play on it. See how they score that. Johnson legs it out. I think that's probably an infield hit. It was slowly hit, and really the only chance he had was to first. Infield hit for Anthony Johnson, and that loads him up with 1 out. And here is Bogner. Yeah, trip to the mound coming. So Bogner hits in his last 2 at-bats, and they've been run-producing hits. 2 for 4, 3 runs batted in, and I don't know where you would go next after Newman here on the mound. And really out of the 3 base runners, Sheldon's ball was a fly ball that was lost in the sun, and a hit batsman and an infield hit. As I think we will have a pitching change, we will. So let's see who is up next here for Jamestown. See, is it Gage Orr? And it is. So Gage Orr moves in from second base to replace Newman, and what a situation to come into. Tying runs on. 1 out. Now the top of the order coming is, I said, that pitching staff getting very depleted at this point. And again, they've got at least 1 more game to think about for tomorrow, potentially 2. So,
no pressure. So
Gage Orr, here you go, kid. Get us 2 outs. So 3 on, 1 out. He'll face Bogner with a 12-9 lead. But Mandan threatening once more. We'll be right back.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh. sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
So the defensive changes. It's not just a straight switch. Gage or to pitch. And Newman to second. 2/3 of an inning for Newman. 2 hits. 1 hit batsman, 1 strikeout. Gage or delivers strike 1 to Bogner. 0-1. Base runners. Sheldon at third. Pinch runner Schlosser is at second. And Johnson at first. 12-9 Jamestown. The delivery fouled away. It's 2 strikes. So Bogner. 2 hits, 3 runs batted in. Keller, 2 hits, 2 RBI. Sheldon, 3 hits, 2 runs batted in. And you're hitting leaders for the Mandan Chiefs. 2-strike pitch in the dirt, knocked down by Frock. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, the Legion season, you try to get as many games as you can after the high school season ends. So you're starting late June. So you're not quite 2 months in. It goes quick, but it can end real fast. And that's what kind of situation for Mandan right now. A lot of games, but you get to this point in the end of the year, there is the finality to it. And they're trying to battle, claw, scratch, and see if they can get 1 more day out of this. That one bounced up. That was a good 4 or 5 feet in front of home plate. And keeping Frock on his toes back behind the dish. 2-2 now to Bogner. Mandan beat Dickinson to start the tournament. Lost to Post 2. Eliminated Bismarck yesterday. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Out into right field. Coming on is Gall. Long run and a long way in to make the catch. And shallow right. No advance by the base runners as Newman kind of gave way and said, Preston, that's yours. And he had to sprint in to make the catch. No advance by the base runners. Mandan's out of their final out. Here with Isaac Huddle.
Catcher number 10, Isaac Huddle.
So Huddle, 2 walks, and a run scored. He scored in McCoy Keller's double last inning. And a hit to the gap. And the delivery. It's a strike. The defensive lineman here for Jamestown, Newman, is playing at shallow right. So he is way back. He has several, he's basically onto the grass portion where the turf turns into the natural surface. And Lunsman will shade him to pull and fairly deep into left center. I guess it's not quite the no doubles defense, but I think they're trying to prevent if a ball gets into the gap, because you can see with Hoyt, he's going to left center as well. You're going to have to really, it's going to have to maybe get into left center or pull one to the corner to the opposite field. Try and get maybe all 3 in. 0-1, strike, 0-2. So does Orr go back there? I would say you've got to try and keep the ball down.
1 more strike could end the season.
Yep, comes down to this. 2 strikes. As Nold vacates at first. The base is full of Chiefs here with 2 out. Credit Mandan, they have just been able to just stay in the game the entire time. 2 in the second, 4 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth. The 2-strike pitch, good take, able to hold on the swing. Rock able to keep it in front of him, but it's 1-2. 2 hours, 22 minutes in this one. And not quite to the finish line. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. That pass Frock to the screen. That will score Sheldon. It's a 2-run game at 12-10. And now a base hit could tie it. Something to the outfield could even the game. Hudson Sheldon scores in the wild pitch. So that gets Schlosser to third, Johnson to second. And now 2-2 to Huddle. He's tried that curveball a couple of times ahead of the count and hasn't been able to get it over. Fastball here, and Huddle was sitting on it, and yeah, he's frustrated with himself. That was the pitch.
That could have gone into tomorrow.
That was the one he was looking for, and he missed it. Just missed it, 2-2. He was frustrated with himself. You don't know if you're going to get one that good. The 2-2 fouled away. We'll do it again. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming here to Huddle. Not much breeze of anything. All the flags. The top of the scoreboard, the stars and stripes not moving a lot. The delivery upstairs, 3-2. Keller would hit next.
And the tension grows.
It's just a little bit more with every pitch. Payoff. Just missed, ball 4. That's a heck of an at-bat from Huddle. Down on the count at 0-2. He fouls off a couple of 2-strike pitches, works out a walk to reload the bases. And here's McCoy Keller, 7th batter of the inning. That's Keller 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in. That was a 2-run double to left in the 6th. Here's the pitch, ball 1. So it's a save situation now for Orr. That last run charged to Newman. Here's the 1-0. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Newman still back. He's deep at second. Ball high, 2-1. So he is right about to step onto the outfield grass where the turf turns into the natural surface deep at second base. Kind of get a look at that in your screen. Orr's 2-1. Strike. 2-2. Had the plate and at the knees or just a hair below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll make Keller walk around and think about that. Season on the line for the Chiefs. 2-2 from Orr. Swinging a foul. He just got a piece of it. He didn't get much of it, but enough to see another pitch. 2-2. Deuce is wild now. 2-2, 2 out. Jamestown just trying to scratch and find a way to get that final out. The 21st is usually the hardest one to get. Line and past Hochhalter. It's into left center field. It's going to tie the game. 2 runs are in. And Mandan has come back. We're even at 12.
Absolutely incredible.
A sinking line drive that Hochhalter thought he caught. He looked up and the ball wasn't in there.
I thought he had it.
I think he thought he had it too. So Keller knocks in 2. We'll wait on a ruling as 2 runs score. Johnson in the 2nd run to tie it. Huddle's at 3rd. And a trip to the mound coming. So Orr cannot get the final out. Trip to the mound coming. So that, well, we could have potential for extra innings here. And I think this trip is basically more of you kind of have to get your team all back on the same page here. Is in a 3-run lead coming into the inning. And I think you just got to say, all right, boys, we got to start this over again. Now it's tied. Let's not surrender the lead at this point. So Huddle gets to 3rd. They did score that as a hit. They did score that as a 2-run single. So Keller Two-run single ties the game. Here's a ground ball out to short. Another chance for Hochhalter, and flips it to Newman in time. And we'll head to the last of the seventh. So Bunnell hits into a fielder's choice. He goes 6-4 for the third out. Mandan forces the bottom of the seventh. They score 3. It's 12-12 as we head to the last of the seventh on Magnitude Sports. More coming up in a moment.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
So new pitcher on here for Mandan as Seth Ahrens comes on to pitch. So Binder 2/3 of an inning while he was in there. Anthony Johnson goes to center. And Reagan Slosher stays into the game. He is in left. And that should be it for defensive changes. And that is the case. So Ahrens pitching. Schlosser goes to left and Johnson to center. So there are your defensive changes. We'll get the final pitching line here for Newman in just a moment. So if Jamestown doesn't score here and you get into extra innings, you've already gone 4 pitchers deep here now with Hoyt, the 2 Orrs, and Newman. You just stay with Orr. I said, I don't know who you have left, because I said they are kind of running on fumes as far as that goes. So Jackson Walters will lead things off, and 4 hits, 4 for 4 today, and that is a strike, 0-1. Walters, Nold, and Hochhalter, and all they need is a little old run at this point. Generated 24 runs in this game. Just one more would be just enough for Jamestown, and Walters is down to the count at 2 strikes. What an afternoon and evening he's had. 4 for 4, a single, a double, a 2-run single in the 5th. He also had a base hit in the 4th inning as well. 4 for 4, Ahrens deals, got him, swing and a miss, and down on 3 pitches. One away in the 7th. Off of the Wild Wings strikeout there.
First baseman number 10, Jacoby Nold.
Jacoby Nold to hit. Jordan Binder will get his line for you. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. It's ball 1 to Nold.
Jamestown has had only 1 scoreless inning so far.
Yeah, that was back in the 2nd. 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Here's the 1-0 to Nold. Chops it foul behind home plate. 1-1. Jacoby Nold has singled, grounded to the pitcher, struck out, and reached on an error. So 1 for 4. And for Jamestown, Thomas Newman's pitching line, as the delivery here is downstairs. It's now 2-1. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. I believe just the 2 runs. Like the other run should be charged to Orr. 2-1. Slowly hit. Got to be a tough play. Charging it short. Pregame can't come up with it, and Nold's on. The winners at first with one out. Just a weak grounder. Slowly hit even here on the rug as they will charge an error. An error on the board is the fourth for Mandan, assessed to Pregame at shortstop.
Number 3, Peyton Hochhalter.
And here's Hochhalter. He is 0 for 2. Sacrifice fly back in the first inning. And the pitch inside. Buzz the tower there, and it's ball 1. It's kind of the no doubles defense as they have both Schlosser and Johnson fairly deep in left center. The ball's going to be hit. It's going to be in front of them. Strike in 1-1. So Bunnell holds on with Jacoby Nold, and Wagner is off the line and in about a step at third. So he's not really hugging the line over there. 1-1. Slide step with a pitch. Good take as that one low and away, and Hochhalter able to hold up. Now 2 balls and a strike. Two one. Here's a drive, right center, into the gap, and chasing, and a nice running catch for the out. That's going to turn into an inning-ending double play as Nold kept running, and that's going to be a double play to end things. We're headed to extra innings. Nice running grab by McCoy Keller in right center field, and Nold just took off thinking if that ball gets in the gap, I'm not stopping until they get to the plate. And it ends up being an inning-ending double play, and it's free baseball. We're tied at 12. Back in a moment.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
So we're headed to extra innings. I'm trying to think here. Have we had an extra inning game?
Not in this tournament.
No, I don't think so. Had a couple decided late, but I believe this is the first extra inning game. So the 8th we go is Orr out there, and it's ball 1 to Lucas Pregame.
Unless I somehow missed a game.
I had to think about it a minute, but I don't believe there is. 12-12, that's popped up here. That does carry out to left center field. Lunsman over, takes charge, waits and has it for out number 1. So Pregame is retired. One away in the 8th. On that ball hit into right center field, Pregame now 2 for 5. That ball was hit well into right center, and Nold, I think, just took off thinking, I'm running, because if that ball gets in the gap, I'm sure his feeling was, I got to score on that. Here's Sheldon. Chopper wide of first and foul, and then once the catch was made, he was on his way to third. He was at least halfway to third, and he didn't make an attempt to try and turn around and come back. He's like, they got me. I gambled and lost this time. Swing and a miss by Sheldon. Here now 2 strikes. Sheldon has had 3 hits. He is a triple shy of the cycle. Hochhalter was a home run shy of the cycle last night against Post 2. Here's the 0-2, and a skip rope out of the way to escape that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we'll get the pitching line here for Newman. We promised you that earlier, and I I failed. We'll get to it now. 1-2. Inside and fisted that one foul. Binder 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. As Newman 2/3 of an inning, and he was charged with all 3 runs. 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout. 1-2, missed low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. As far as pitch counts, Hoyt was at 83. Orr was at 43. Newman 22, 13 strikes. So it's Carson Orr at 43 pitches. Outside, 3-2. 3-2 to Sheldon. Seth Ahrens is on deck. Meantime for Mandan, Binder 13 pitches. Ahrens right now at 11. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So Sheldon on for the 4th time this evening. So the go-ahead run at first. Jamestown, when we get to the
number 3, Seth Ahrens.
We get to the last of the 7th. We'll have Newman, Gall, and Gage Orr. They'll go 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. Ahrens has walked and singled. He is officially 1 for 3, 2 runs scored. And the pitch inside nearly hit him in ball 1. And I think at this point, probably more so for Jamestown pitching, this is you are what you are at this point.
Absolutely.
You just have to say, this is it. Give me your best. Sheldon was running and on a 1-0. It's a good time to put the wheels in motion there from head coach Jake Kincaid, and it's fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. What a game. It's been the most runs we've had in any game of the tournament. And there's an errant pickoff throw. Threw it away down the right field line. Knoll's going to try and chase it down. Sheldon will get 1 base to second. The first error for Jamestown this evening. And an errant pickoff throw, and so the go-ahead run at second. So Ahrens all of a sudden, a 1-1 count, base hit. Could give Mandan the lead. They had a brief lead, 6-4, and they scored 4 in the 4th inning. Well, that's been it. Outside 2-1. Jamestown responded, tied it in their half of the 4th. Down as many as 4. It was 10-6 after 5, and they caught the Eagles. 12-12. Strike at the belt. 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Check of the runner at second. And the delivery up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. It's looking to see for Mandan. Only got 12 against the Governors yesterday. 15 in their season opener. They beat Pier Post 8, 15-8. That was down in Pier. Swing and a miss and a strikeout there. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. And 2 down. Orr records his first strikeout in relief. Big out there to get Ahrens. And this will bring up Schlosser. So Schlosser hits for the first time. At 14 against Billings, Montana, in a win on June 25th. Ball high. And 1-0 to Schlosser. Their season high in runs is 15. They would take 13 at this point. 1-0 or deals inside, claiming it hit him. The umpire shook his head and said, nice try, but no. 2-0 the count. At this point, don't you want to stand up there and get a hit? Instead of just say, somebody else can do it. And the delivery. Inside again, 3-0. You have a base open and Anthony Johnson on deck.
I think they're looking for every chance they can get.
There's a 4-pitch walk. So Schlosser on. He came in as a pinch runner in the 7th. And here comes trip to the mound coming. So 2 on and 2 down as Anthony Johnson, who had an infield hit in the 7th, and trip to the mound coming here is, let's see where Gage Orr is at pitch count wise. He is at, it's like 39 and 19 strikes, but I don't think this is a pitching change. I think this is.
Take a breath.
Yeah, let's take a little strategy and say, boys, we just need a moment to kind of get everybody back on the right page. Say, boys, you know what to do here. Get it out, and we'll take our chances in the last half of the 8th inning. As we are approaching the 2:45 mark time-wise in this one. We started just before 5, a couple of minutes before 5 p.m. And here's Anthony Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3. Sacrifice fly. Good for an RBI in the 4th. And he swings and misses here, strike 1. Has some glimpses of sun between the mound and home plate, but pitcher's got a little bit of sun, but the batter, just a little bit of daylight. Otherwise, it's the shadows. And you're trying to pick that ball up as quick as you can. Johnson pops one up here. Might be playable into foul territory. And staying with it, Walters made the catch. Wasn't as easy as you might think. Here, the coach's box. Foul ball grab. Mandan leaves 2 on here in their half of the 8th inning. 2 walks, but no harm done. 2 left on. As we head to the last of the 8th, Jamestown will bring up 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order and a 12-12 tie.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All ties. We head to the last of the 8th inning, as Thomas Newman will lead things off here for the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles. And what a story they've been. Beat Minot in the play-in Saturday to get just into the tournament. Wins over the top 3 seeds and trying to take out 5-seeded Mandan. Newman first pitch swinging, fouls it straight back, out of play, and strike 1. And Newman, hit by a pitch, came in to pitch in the 6th, and now at second base for Jamestown. The 1-strike delivery from the right-hander is a base hit. And a base hit, ball booted for a moment, but Newman, the contender to first base. That'll bring up Preston Gall. And somebody texted me saying that Jamestown's probably got to do it here, because look at Mandan. If we get to the 9th, Mandan has the top of the order up. And I think the longer we go on this one, I think Mandan's got a little more for pitching arsenal than Jamestown does. They are just about empty. Gall butts, pitches low and inside, ball 1. So I'm sure they're thinking we can win it now.
Let's get 1 run across.
Now, it only needs 1. I think if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. Gall sacrificed in his last plate appearance, and he may be called upon to do it again. 1-0. Tried to bunt, same spot, down and in, 2-0 the count. So in this situation, he's missed down and in, 2-0. Do you off-rat it, or is it maybe a get-me-over strike opportunity? Throw to first and the runner back. Schlosser deep in and well off the line in left center, but he is very deep out there. Meantime, Johnson in center. There's a strike, 2-1. Kind of a half-hearted attempt to try and offer to bunt. They're still anticipating the bunt as Bogner is in several steps at third. 2-1, high in the air to right, long run. Keller across the line, foul ball catch, route number 1.
Right behind the pole.
So 1 away in the 8th. Unable to advance the runner, and that'll bring up Gage Orr. He had an RBI single back in the 6th.
Now batting the pitcher, number 1, Gage Orr.
So Orr today is 2 for 3 with that run batted in. 15 hits for Jamestown now. Out hit the Chiefs 15-12 inside. That hit him. So Orr is plucked by the pitch. The winner's at second. Newman gets to second. And here is Max Franck. He's got one more opportunity to try and be a hero here. We'll have a runner, it looks like, coming in at first for Jamestown.
At second.
Or at second. They will lift Newman for, looks like, Preston Kraber.
Second base for Jamestown. Number 2, Preston Graber.
So Preston Graber will run at second base as he will be running for Newman. Franck, 1 for 3. Single came back in the 4th, but he already has one game-winning hit in the tournament. Game winner against West Fargo in the 7th inning 2 nights ago. Aaron's deals, line to left, trouble if it's fair, and it's just foul. Not by much. And strike 1. You could hear the crowd. Some of them gasping, some of them thinking, get down, and it did not, it landed foul. Split second of anticipation, ended in a thud if you're a Post 14 fan. 0-1, strike, 0-2. Aaron's the 4th pitcher on an inning and a third, 20 pitches, 13 strikes. Inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And the delivery, got him, swing and a miss and a strikeout, and 2 down. Another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Back to the top of the order in Lunsman. He has knocked in 4 today.
Number 5, Mason Lunsman.
Top 3 batters for Jamestown, 10 for 14, 7 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Lunsman, little pop-up to third, coming in, it's caught. Bogner the catch, and on to the 9th we go. Jammed him, first pitch swinging and a pop-up. Jamestown gets a single and a walk in the inning, and nothing more. They strand a pair. We head to the 9th. We're tied at 12. The State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. More after this on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Continue on with extra innings. We head to the 9th as Gage Orr is out here for the 9th for Jamestown. We are even at 12 as just going to check the defense here for Jamestown. I think we do have defensive change. Knoll moved to second, and I think Kaysen Rowell is into the game at first, it looks like. Avery Bogner will be at the top of the order here for the Mandan Chiefs. I think it's Roll. It's at first base. His first pitch strike to Bogner, and it's 0-1. Outfield still the same. As the wind of the pitch, it is in the dirt in ball 1. So Bogner, Huddle, Keller here in the top of the 9th inning.
Now playing first base for Jamestown, number
You know it's getting good when both Brad and I are
Rowell.
standing.
Rowell, that's right.
First base to second base, number
So
10,
Rowell is at
Naomi
first,
Knoll.
and they move Knoll to second. So Newman's out of the game, and it's ball 2. So 2-1 now to Bogner. Flying to right in his last at bat. He has 3 runs batted in today on a pair of hits. 2-run double in the 4th, RBI single in the 6th. Strike, 2-2, out the inside corner. And again, Gage Orr right now sitting at 45 pitches. I think at this point, you're just going to ride him out to the finish. Outside 3-2. I think I don't know who would be next at this point. He's the 4th pitcher. And they've already used up earlier in the tournament their top 3 guys. And the pitch. He lost him, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. A leadoff walk to Bogner, and this we thought maybe the last of the 8th would be Jamestown's chance. I think this is Mandan's chance. Top of the order, especially now with a leadoff man on. Now Huddle, who walked to keep the game going in the 7th and led to McCoy Keller's game-tying 2-run single just under the glove of Holkalter. Ball 1 here to Huddle. And Orr, 48 pitches, 23 strikes. He has issued 4 walks. Popped up here. Shallow left. Hoyt hustling towards the line. Gets there, battles the sun, and puts it away for out number 1. Here's McCoy Keller. Keller 3 hits, 4 runs batted in.
Fielder number 11, McCoy Keller.
Has 4 runs batted in his last 2 swings. 2-run double in the 6th, got it to a 1-run game. 2-run single in the 7th with 2 out, tied it. And still battling on here. Strike 1. Well, this will be, I think, even win or loss for Jamestown in this tournament run. This one will be added to the folklore. Runner goes, pitch a ball, Frock's throw, not in time. Bogner has a stolen base. But this will just add another page in the folklore for the record books. Beat 3 pretty good teams and a team you had 2 one-run games with during the year, and you're locked at a 12-12 game at state. Base hit. Left center field. Here's Bogner at 3rd. He will try to score, and he is in. The throw is late. Runner will head to 2nd. The ball gets away. Will go to the backstop, and that will get Keller to 2nd. And Mandan grabs a 13-12 lead. Don't think they will tack an error on that. The runner was headed to 2nd. The throw was not cut off, came all the way through. Frock did not knock it down, and I think it'll just be an RBI single. 5 runs batted in for Keller since the 6th. Up and in ball 1 here to Braden Bunnell. He is 0 for 5, hit into a fielder's choice in his last at bat. So, Mandan getting 1. 1 would be nice, 2 would be better. Up and in, 2-0. So let's look ahead, shall we, once we get to the bottom of the ninth for Jamestown. They'll go 2, 3, and 4. Hoyt, Walters, and Jacoby Nold. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 2-1. In one more minute, we will hit the 3-hour mark in this marathon. Here's the pitch. Up and in, gets away past Frock. Comes right back to him. They'll throw to third, but getting there safely is Keller. Yeah, they score that. I think it'll be a wild pitch. So the runner gets to third. Now 3-1 to Bunnell. And the delivery. Ball 4 high. Runner on. So runners out the corners. There's a wild pitch. Scoring ruling to get Keller to third. And out will come. Well, Lucas Burgum will hit, and a trip to the mound coming. So we'll run in. That is now a pair of walks in the inning. 5 now for Orr. It's now 9 walks by Jamestown pitching, and it really goes back to, and going back to the play-in round when Hochhalter shut out Minot, their control is pretty good. There was just 1 walk last night against Post 2, but their control was in pretty good shape, and today as they've had to go deeper and deeper and deeper with their pitching staff, those numbers have climbed. So 9 walks total. 1 has come around to score as the go-ahead run, and they're threatening for more. Lucas Burgum. 2 hits in 5 trips. He flied to center in his last at bat of the 8th. Double played up the middle for Jamestown. Up and in, ball 1. Time called. And Jamestown, if they come back and win now, play at noon. West Fargo waiting in the wings for that noon game tomorrow. It is inside now, 2-0. If Mandan wins, then it's Mandan and West Fargo at noon, with Jamestown would get the winner and basically would just become a loser out the rest of the way. 2-0. Fouled at the plate. Good rip there by Burgum. 2-1. Hudson Sheldon on deck. Keller at third. Bunnell at first. 1 in for the Chiefs here in the 9th. And the pitch up high. 3-1. Let's kind of wonder if what Orr has left. He might be on fumes at this point. 61 pitches in his relief stint through 2 innings plus. Popped up here. Might be playable foul ground. Walters near the fence area and just ran out of room. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. See if they get Bunnell moving here with 1 out. Trying to put the runner in motion, maybe stay out of the double play, potentially. I don't know if Orr is paying a whole lot of attention to that runner as Bunnell has widened out his lead some. He does go. Fly ball center field. Be deep enough to get him in. Back in deep center, catch is made. Runner will tag. Bunnell has to scamper back to first, but scoring is Keller to make it a 14-12 game. So Lunsman the catch. Just a few feet in front of the 370 sign. Burgum As a sacrifice fly and a run batted in, and potential insurance
number
run.
5, Hudson Sheldon.
And 2 away for Hudson Sheldon. It's one thing you put the runner in motion, but he had to scamper back to first to avoid a double play. Runner goes, delayed steal attempt, it's a strike. And the throw to second, not in time. A stolen base for Bunnell. Strike 1 to Hudson Sheldon. A 2-run homer about 2.5 hours ago back in the second. He has 3 hits. He chops one up the line, first base side, and Orr on to first. And that'll do it here in the top of the 9th inning. Mandan gets a pair in the inning. And can Jamestown rally? They'll bring up 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. It's 14-12 after 8.5. We're back in just a moment.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
So Aaron's out there to try and finish the deal here for Mandan and keep their season alive at least one more day. And boy, what a back and forth classic this has been. 14-12. And so far for Aaron's 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts has helped out. Nice running catch in right center. Took a hit away from Hochhalter and turned into a inning-ending double play. Connor Hoyt to lead things off, bottom of the 9th. Flying to left in his last at-bat back in the 6th. And a strike, 0-1. But 3 more hits for Hoyt, 6 in the last 2 games for the Eagles. 1 ground ball. Out to second. Sheldon fields cleanly. Short flip to first and 1 out. 1 away in the 9th for Jackson Walters.
Third baseman number 24.
4-hit
Jackson
game for Walters. 4 for 5. 2 runs scored. 2 runs batted in. Stuck around in our post game. Got a lot to get to. Our coverage brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center. Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, along with 11 other North Dakota locations by the Network Center. Swing and a miss by Walters in strike 1. Buffalo Wild Wings. And that Essentia Health scoreboard's been lighting up all evening long. And by Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill and Runnings. 1 strike to Walters. Aaron's deals. A wave and a miss and 2 strikes. Seems like he's just kind of been in a nice groove. Hasn't had a lot of deep counts. Been around the plate. 0-2. 1-2 the count. Okay, let's look at it. 26, should be 27 pitches, 19 strikes. 1-2, low and away. 2-2 to Walters. If you get him on, then you give Nold and Hochhalter a shot. Big out to get here for Aaron's. Here's the pitch. Got him. And they get him for strike 3 in the second out. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. That is his 3rd strikeout and 2 down.
Pinch hitting for Jamestown, number 9, Michael Mahoney.
So Michael Mahoney will hit for Jacoby Nold. So Mahoney, I believe this is his first at bat here in the state tournament. So he will hit for Nold, excuse me. So Mahoney, 19-year-old, 6 foot, 175 pounds, and home plate umpire is going to check and make it official with the Jamestown dugout. Again, this game probably not the sense of urgency for Jamestown as it is for Mandan, but they know they've got a game tomorrow. But still, I said you've got so much momentum. They've had so much momentum here the last few days. You just don't want to lose that. Ball one inside. And you know you got a game tomorrow, but this one's taking a lot out of you. Popped up. Out to play foul, 1-1. One thing that Aaron's did, Jamestown, who's scored often, scored in 5 of their first 6 innings of batting, put some goose eggs on the board. Inside to Mahoney. It's 2-1. And just at least slowed down the Jamestown offense enough. 2-1. Just missed, low and away, 3-1. Holkalter would be next, but 2 down here in the 9th. There's the pitch. Walk to Mahoney. Tie run to the plate and Holkalter. Holkalter flied to right, hit a drive into right center that was caught by Keller. Nold took off. Trying to see if that ball would land. He was going to try and score and win it, and eventually got doubled off. Here's the delivery. Half swing, and he went too far. Striking 0-1. Outfield deep, actually all throughout. They're going to back up a couple more steps. The ball's going to be hit. It's not going to be over their heads unless it goes over the fence. Outside, 1-1. As deep as they're playing there, especially at left and center, there's not much real estate between themselves and the outfield wall. 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. He is bound to determine his errands to not give him anything center cut from basically belt high and up. Something where he can extend his arms and drive it. Missed inside. Oh, caught the corner. 2-2. He went back inside, but kept it down to the zone. 2-2 to Holkalter. He will hold on with the runner at first. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. 3-2. A little bit surprised by that because that run doesn't mean a whole lot at first base. And now they'll vacate and Mahoney can get a running start with full count and 2 out. Payoff, runner goes, fisted out, and a nice grab by Sheldon to end it. Fisted out in the shallow right. Sheldon reaching out to make the catch, and Mandan comes back and wins it in extra innings, 14-12, and there are 3 teams standing still here in this Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. Mandan and West Fargo with Jamestown will await the winner tomorrow. We'll tell you all about it after this.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
And Essentia Hill scoreboard was lighting up like an arcade. 14 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors for the victorious Mandan Chiefs. They tied it with 3 in the 7th, 1 of the 2 in the 9th inning. Jamestown, the Eagles, 12 runs, 15 hits and an error, and 13 left on base. So 26 runs, 28 hits, 23 left on. Those base paths were littered today. What a ball game here as Mandan stays alive, as Mandan and West Fargo will be the noon game tomorrow. That's an elimination game, and Jamestown potentially had 1, maybe 2 games they would have to play. It will be 1, and it will be a winner-take-all championship game at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So West Fargo in a similar situation as they were last year, where they had to win. Well, they had to win 1 to get into the state tournament, but this year with just 1 regional spot available, that goes to the champion. They'll have to win 2 tomorrow. Same for Mandan as well. One of those teams will have to win a pair of games tomorrow. West Fargo probably got enough pitching depth left. They've got Clemenson available. They can maybe go to Dodds perhaps. So there is some options there. We'll see what Mandan can do pitching-wise. And for Jamestown, I would think with the 1 game, maybe Jackson Walters would probably be the one you would look at on the mound for tomorrow. A lot to unwrap here in this one as you take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. So 2 games guaranteed at noon and at 3 p.m. Jamestown struck early in the bottom of the 1st inning as they went for 4 straight singles off of starting pitcher Braden Bennell. RBI single from Jacoby Nold, the 4th of the consecutive hits, made it 1-0. Holkalter's sacrifice fly made it 2-0. Wild pitch made it 3-0. But Mandan came back after Lucas Burgum led off the 2nd with a double. A 2-run homer by Hudson Sheldon to right center field made it a 3-2 game. Jamestown got a run back in the 3rd on a sacrifice fly from Mason Lunsman. It was 4-2, and then Mandan in the 4th, batted 8, scored 4 as sacrifice fly by Anthony Johnson, 2-run double by Avery Bogner, where the big offensive plays there. 6-4 after 3.5, and then Jamestown responded with a pair of runs in the 4th as Mason Lunsman had a sacrifice fly, an RBI single, 3 hits on the day for Connor Hoyt. That RBI single tied it up at 6. Jamestown got 4 back, all scoring with 2 out in the last half of the 5th inning. 2-run single from Lunsman. 2 batters later, Jackson Walters with a 4-hit game, followed with a 2-run single of his own. It was 10-6. Jamestown after 5. Mandan at 3 in the 6th inning as they started the comeback. Bogner an RBI single, and then McCoy Keller a 2-run double, and they got some 2-out runs of their own. It was 10-9. Going into the last of the 6th. Jamestown thought they added some insurance in the 6th inning. Gage Orr had an RBI single. And Mason Lunsman had an RBI double as well. That made it a 12-9 game. And 12-9, they went deep into their pitching staff. Newman got the final out of the 6th, and Gage Orr tried to finish up, but Mandan able to come back. And let's go to that top of the 7th inning. Hudson Sheldon started the inning with a line drive that Hoyt lost in the sun. It was a leadoff double, but Newman came back and struck out Aarons. It was followed by a hit by pitch as pinch hitter came out there for it was Gress that came out. He was hit by the pitch. That put runners at first and second. In came Orr. Single by Anthony Johnson, an infield hit low to the bases. Bogner flied to right for the second out. So they were 1 out away. Was Jamestown from eliminating Mandan, but Isaac Huddle walked. A wild pitch in that sequence got a run in as well to make it 12-10. And then McCoy Keller hit a sinking line drive just underneath the glove of Holkalter into left center for a base hit. That tied the game at 12. Jamestown got a runner on with 1 out. Knoll reached on an error, but Holkalter lining one into right center field was chased down by Keller in right center. Knoll took off and was going to score if that ball dropped. It didn't. It turned into an inning-ending double play. Jamestown left 2 on in the bottom of the 8th inning. So did Mandan as Orr worked around a pair of walks and stranded 2. And then in the 9th, pair of runs for Mandan. Leadoff walk to Bogner. He stole second. 2 batters later, McCoy Keller an RBI single. Made it a 13-12 game, and Lucas Bergam added a sacrifice fly 2 batters later to end it 14-12, the final score. The winning pitcher in relief, Seth Aarons, went 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. 4th pitcher of the game, Bonnell started a no decision, 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Hudson Sheldon, 2 1/3, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Jordan Binder came in 2/3 of an inning, finished the 6th, gave up 2 hits and a run. And Aarons really settled things down and threw up 3 goose eggs against a red-hot Jamestown lineup, picks up the win in relief. Losing pitcher is Gage Orr for Jamestown. Connor Hoyt started 4 innings, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Carson Orr an inning in 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, a walk in, 2 strikeouts. He hit a batter. And then Newman, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, and Orr 2 2/3, 2 hits, 5 walks is really the part of the pitching line that stands out the most. 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and he takes the loss in relief for the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles. Earlier today, West Fargo staying alive. They eliminated Fargo Post 2. Great matchup, pitcher's duel there. 3-1 was the final score there. And we're ready to put the finishing touches on this one. A big thanks to our sponsors for making our coverage possible. It includes Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, Runnings, the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. By Essentia Health, by Buffalo Wild Wings. John Carlson, your mortgage lender at Town & Country Credit Union. By the Network Center, Fargo Post 400 Baseball, West Fargo Baseball, the Knickerbocker, just south of Fargo and Hickson, Sweet Shots of Fargo, and by Touchmark in Bismarck and Fargo. So guaranteed 2 games tomorrow and 3 teams standing, and the second game will technically be the championship game. So Mandan and West Fargo, the Patriots and Chiefs, will play at noon, and Mike Mason will be back for those 2 games at noon, and then at 3, it will be Jamestown awaiting the winner of that one. So we'll see what pitching Mandan has left in the tank. West Fargo feels like they're pretty confident. They've got enough maybe arms to get through this and do what they did last year, where they won 2 games on the final day of the tournament out in Mandan to head to the regional tournament. And Jamestown will try and regroup. And, frustrating loss. And they'll try and see if they can cap off what has been a terrific run, a Cinderella run here in the postseason. So that'll wrap it up on this one. As for Chris and all our sponsors, Brad Anderson with you. It's been a terrific last couple of days of baseball. And we got the championship game coming up tomorrow. But 2 games starting with the first game at noon, and the pregame will be about 11:50 here on Magnitude Sports. You can check out magnitudesn.com. Go to youtube.com, youtube.com/Magnitude Sports to check out this game and previous broadcasts from this tournament and so much more. So, from Youngfield in West Fargo, repeating the final score in this one. In 9, Mandan, the Chiefs, 14, Jamestown, 12. Have a good night. So long.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.